Except if you're like, $3 like,
Yeah.
I don't know about that. Like, no offense, but like,
I mean, if a dolphin turns into a whale on you, then it's a little.
Well, we're rolling.
Check. Oh,
We're just already live.
good,
We're
too.
just,
Oh.
I did not check your guys', so I have no idea.
sounds good on my end.
I think we're good.
All right. Sounds good.
Speaking of golf, I played my son has the Nintendo Switch,
Mm-hmm.
and you can like hook it up to your TV. And we're playing golf on there, and it's so much fun.
You can
It's like-
golf on it?
It's like
Yeah.
PGA Tour.
It's like Wii golf,
Oh, okay.
but like
See, I play the virtual reality, like the Oculus.
oh yeah,
I play. My boss has an
Okay.
Oculus too, and Scott has one. Me and Scott, he'll text me like over the winter. He'd text me and be like, "You want to golf?" And I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" So we just both hop on and we play together.
You just play in your living room.
Yeah, I
So
just
you
put it
you
on.
have like you play with an actual club.
No, so
Or-
you just hold one of the joystick, like the hand controls. You just hold one of them, and then you just swing with.
But
that.
in the Oculus, it looks like you have a club in
Yes.
here. Holy
Yeah.
shit, dude.
And like if you play on like the harder modes too, like even like the I don't want to normal mode, I guess, not like advanced or like beginner. The normal mode, like it plays your slices. Like if you have your club face open, that ball will be like. But you learn how to trick it a little bit. So
That's all I do is slice the ball, bro. Like
Yeah.
at Top Golf, I mean that's the only time I have golfed. I usually face like this way, the holes are this way, and the ball just always curves that way.
it's normal.
I can hit it 300 yards, but 150 yards straight, 150 yards to the right.
Yeah, it went 300 yards in the air, but it just
Not straight.
it went 300 yards that way instead of that way. Yeah, that always drives me nuts. It's like, but then like you'll start to play your slice, and as soon as you start to do that, that's usually when you
Oh, you
rip one
bomb one
straight, and it just doesn't curve, and you're like, that's gone
Great.
now.
Right.
All right.
Why can't I do that every single time?
I actually have a golf outing next week.
Okay, where at?
OU. My dad.
Oh,
it's
that's
like
gonna
my
be fun.
dad's alumni football golf outing.
Okay,
Dante, you
And I
should
was
come
able to
do a
go.
golf outing with us.
yeah, I'd be down. I mean, I'm gonna be ass though. Just letting you know.
Fuck, dude. Can
Scramble.
Eh,
you putt?
maybe.
Just-
I can putt, yeah, sure,
I
but
mean, that's all you
That's
need.
what it
I mean,
is,
that's
though.
really
It's just
what it
putt-putt.
is.
I can do that.
You just don't have barriers in the way.
Yeah.
It's just you just
d-
got slopes.
all right. Here's a question: is putt harder than just normal putting? Because there's all those barriers. There's like
I'm gonna
windmills
say
and
no.
like
I feel like putt, like if you put it in the right position, like the barriers sometimes let you make it in.
You can
kind
use
of.
them to your advantage.
Whereas like on a regular golf course, you have hills, things that might make your ball move a certain way.
If you're golfing and you hit one way too hard, where's it going? It's launching off the green. Like it's flying way past the hole, and you may have an even further shot. Putt, if you hit it too hard, it kind of bounces back, but you still have it like in that
relatively
vicinity.
close.
So you're always within what, like 15 feet?
All right, fair.
I think there's
Touche.
definitely. I mean, I don't know. It depends too. Like if I'm putting at Augusta, there ain't no way in hell I'm saying like those greens are crazy.
It's like a mini mountain range.
Yeah, every one of them. Like nothing's flat. They just got to make everything difficult. Like Tiger's chipping way back when. You ever seen that video?
Oh, that's so cool.
From the
Masters.
bunker.
Yeah.
Yeah, where he chipped it up and like it rolled all the way out and around, and it's like I would have been like, "Fuck it, go right at the hole."
Right.
Maybe a little left. I don't know, but that motherfucker shot it 20 feet left of the hole.
Is that what caddies like specialize in? Is letting them know where they should hit it and
They
stuff?
usually
Pretty much.
Okay.
What club they should use.
and they take so many notes. So since they play like 4 rounds a weekend, they'll take notes like of where they shot it from, where it ended up, if it's the
Okay.
right club. And I think they get practice rounds and stuff
Yeah,
too. So they like go
practice
out
rounds.
before, and like the caddies they'll like look at every angle of the green and everything, like just to be able to try and read and figure out the best placement for the ball.
Wow. Okay.
Those dudes probably get paid some good money. Like Woods' caddy's been with them for freaking ever.
Honestly, I feel like it wouldn't be a bad gig. You're just chilling.
Just got to carry a heavy ass golf
Yeah,
bag
that's
everywhere
true.
you go. Wear that jumper suit.
It's kind of drippy though.
It really is. The Masters is like,
It's clean.
yeah.
Everything's like clean.
Kind of gives me like Exterminator vibes, but also
Ghostbusters.
It definitely could walk up and be like, here to get them roaches.
Yes.
Here to get them roaches out. Golf is hard, man. Well, I was just telling you about the Full Swing documentary.
Have you watched
on
it?
Netflix? I just started watching the first
Dude, it's
couple.
good.
It's so good.
It's good.
I had no
Wait till
idea
you get
it
to
was that
season
good.
2.
Man,
It gets even better. Like it's just, it's nothing like crazy, but it's just like to see the behind the scenes, because I think everybody thinks like they just go out and golf and like they don't have any problems, but it's like if they start losing, they don't make money. Like, and
if
it's
you don't
kinda,
make the cut, you don't make. You
any
make
money.
$0,
and you have to pay for your own travel and everything like that.
So what's the cut? Like top 25?
No, so like I don't know how big the field is. I'll look it up real quick, but I know like so like there's 4 days usually, and
And
after
each
the
day
first
there's, like,
day
a
you
cut.
cut it in half.
Oh shit.
So like if you're not in the top half, but your score of all 4 days combines.
okay.
So like that's why they're like 6 under. Of course or does it combine?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean there was a dude that did go 6 under yesterday, and it's like good God.
Yeah.
Could you imagine shoot like 72 shots for 18 holes is par? Like that's you're even. This dude shot a 66,
Dang.
which is really freaking good.
Yeah.
Like if you get par on a hole, you're like hell yeah. But these dudes are shooting 6
Birdies.
under
Like
eagles.
Jeez.
a
man.
third of it was birdies.
Jack Nicklaus back in I don't know when it was, but he had back-to-back eagles to win the Masters one year.
That's nasty.
He's the winningest Masters tournament player. He's got 6 wins. Tiger has 5.
The Masters where they get the green jacket, right?
Yeah.
So the winner gets a green jacket.
You know, you only
Okay.
get one green jacket.
So if you win another one, you don't get another.
You
green jacket?
don't get another
Really?
green jacket.
You get like
Yeah.
another pin for it or some shit.
You must
Like-
get something.
okay.
I don't know, but like I think Tiger was the one he was in an interview and he's like, well, you only get one of them. It's
Huh.
like, oh,
I didn't
that
know
kind of
that.
sucks.
Yeah, I didn't know
Of
that.
course, what are you gonna do with 5 green jackets?
Yeah, true. They should at least put like a, you know how varsity jackets you
Years
could put
of
the
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
pens or something like.
They
something.
might have something like
patch.
that.
Right.
And I think you get like
patch.
like when you walk in the clubhouse, like there's all the past winners and stuff. So it's like you still get something out of it. But I'm also thinking like when you get to that like 5th green jacket, are they like, hey, go get Tiger's jacket out of his locker so we can put it on? Like what are they doing? Like is it a different jet? Like how did that work?
It's just a mock jacket.
Did they just have every size available too?
I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, just like think about like the AFC Championship or Super Bowl, they have like both teams' gear ready to go for when whoever wins
What
the game.
happens to the other shit?
They probably send it to like, I think they send it like
Like
overseas.
donate it?
Yeah, because I
Okay.
swear I've seen like, I swear, dude, like they just send like
Pittsburgh Steelers or whatever
Yeah, no, I
champions this
swear,
year, and
I
you're like, wait a
swear.
second, they didn't even go
I
to
mean,
the
what
Super
else
Bowl
would
that
they
year.
do with it?
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
unless they just burn it all or like throw
I
it
hope
away. but-
I hope they do like donate it.
Yeah.
like give it. That's the perfect stuff to really give away.
Literally.
Jeez, yeah, I never
I've
thought about that.
confused so many people.
Yeah,
I'd look
just
at it and be
wearing a
like, hold up, what?
They come over here to the States and be like, Steelers, and you're like, no. They didn't win that year. But they got Rolling Rocks over there.
Yes.
I'm gonna try this. You guys want to try it now?
Yeah, we can.
What is that?
It's called an outlaw.
Oh, that's right. Outlaw.
Outlaw.
Rolling. I like my Rolling Rocks. Extra pale.
Mile high light beer.
Yeah, I don't know. It had a picture of a deer on it, and I was like, yeah, I'll try it.
Yeah, that's how you get Cole at the store. If you just have a picture of a deer on any type of product, he's buying it.
It
Deer
says
camo.
Yeah.
Guns.
Daredevil since 1859. Enjoy the gold.
Fucking
Punch the pickaxe.
Bush Light American flag.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, fuck off. I also have a Bush Light Ohio State flag.
Yeah, boo. That one looks like shit.
I don't know. We'll see how good this is. I just was like, fuck it, I'll try it.
Ready?
Clean.
It's kind of got like an IPA smell to it.
Ooh.
I don't know how I feel about this.
I don't like this.
It's not at all what I was expecting, but I had no idea what I was expecting. Kind of tastes like watered down, though. It's only 4.2%, which is a fucking Busch Light.
Roughnecks Podcast not sponsored by Outlaw Mile High Light Beer.
Yeah, a freaking Busch Light's 4.1.
I don't know what it is about this.
It's like a mixture between an IPA and a like regular,
Yeah, it tastes like a
domestic
watered down
beer.
IPA.
Yeah.
I think you can just tell that it was made at altitude. So when it comes down to our altitude, it's just not there. You know,
You gotta be mile high.
If you
Yeah,
drink
exactly.
you drink this in Colorado, it's fucking amazing. I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
this is like top quality beer in Colorado. But when you get down here to the altitude we're
This
at,
seems like the most Colorado type, like because they're becoming more of that like hipster. This seems like that type of beer, the very hipster style.
Well, it was fermented in this with this
Okay.
all natural organic wheat.
it's been
Oh,
aged for 30 years.
This whole all natural organic stuff, I'm starting to look at more and more because I'm like, I don't like all the shit that's in our food and everything else. Like with bottled water, I think we talked about
it's
that.
scary to think about some of the shit that.
Dude.
Yeah,
It'll freak you out.
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's so hard to know what to believe.
Yeah.
It's so hard to know what to believe.
Especially if you listen to Rogan. That motherfucker has people on it contradict each other. So you're like, I don't know which one to believe.
I mean, the only true way to like make sure there's nothing in your food is just grow your own. As far as meat goes, I don't really know.
Yeah.
Like maybe order from the guy who's
Colorado
on the,
craft beef or Alder Spring.
Because if you get it from like Kroger, Walmart, Costco, I mean all that shit.
But
is
here's the
like,
thing: is
But
that stuff
Colorado
still?
craft beef. Yeah, that guy said that all those are still fine.
Yeah, he did say, Kroger's not that like your grocery store meat's not that bad. The difference between his and theirs is his ages for 14 to 21 days usually. They're producing so much meat and they have to keep producing. They don't have the time to age it, so it's just like in and out.
What does aging meat do?
It like tenders it
Flavors.
up and it adds to the
okay.
flavor because it like gets into the enzymes in the meat or
Natural
something.
marination.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
god.
that's why think about like when you marinate steaks or something, you usually do it for like overnight
Mhm.
and like to let it get into the meat and soak up. So they age theirs. And you can taste the difference. Like when I was cooking those steaks the night that I made some of his steaks, I was just like, Sierra came out and was like, wow, that smells amazing. And I was like, I don't know if we're going to be able to go back to regular steak, like store-bought steak. I was like, it's like as soon as you put it on the grill and it starts sizzling, you're just like, oh my God, that smell is just...
Dude, it's something about like once you go like luxury, like
Can't
once
go
you just
back.
get like a little taste.
I
Of
wish
something
that-
that's
I
like,
wish I
I
could
shouldn't be
afford to
doing
do it.
this. It's
I wish I could
crazy.
afford to buy more, but I told Sierra, I was like, I want to like once a quarter, like so like 4 times a year, I want to get one of his boxes and bundles and
Go
then
bougie.
and just get some of his meat, cause like and then just mix it in here and there, and like his
Yeah.
ground beef, it's crazy too, like the grease. There's like I don't know what it is, maybe it might deal with the aging, but like store bought ground beef and stuff, like all the grease that
Gotta,
usually
like,
comes
drain
in,
it.
you always
Yeah.
got to drain it.
It's because they fill that shit with water though too to make it look more appealing and red.
Well, and it drives me nuts how much meat shrinks.
Yeah, because they fill it all with fucking
Yeah.
water, bro.
It's true. It's 5 pounds when you get it. And
Yeah.
then as soon as it's like 1 pound of like. Sometimes it's like you can cut the 5 pounds up into 1 pound. You'll cook the 1 pound, and it's like it starts off the whole pan, and by the end you're got like just a little bowl full.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Like,
about a
what the
day's
fuck?
work.
Yeah. Shit.
But no, all this grill talk. I was actually went grill shopping today, looking at a grill.
Oh,
I'm trying to become a grill master. Like,
You're gonna fuck up 100 times.
oh, I
before you
know.
get it
I
right.
don't cook like damn near anything at the house. Liv does like a lot of the cooking,
Mhm.
but I want to be like just
That's
have
how
a beer,
that,
grilling shit, bro.
dude, especially in the summertime, you like meal prep. So like you guys go
Yeah.
out on the grill probably once, pretty much every
at least
week.
once a week.
Yeah.
What kind of grill you have?
I don't even know what brand it is. Just a propane.
Is it like a
You just got, like, a
Blackstone
regular-
griddle one? or,
No,
like, regular
no, it's just a
grill?
normal.
Okay.
Cake.
You like
I
a
don't-
Blackstone.
Oh, I would love a Blackstone. I would love one of those. The Traeger.
Mm-hmm.
What's
That's
that?
So it's like
Smoker?
It's like a smoker and a grill, all in one.
Oh shit! Dude, I saw some expensive ass grills
are
today at Lowe's.
They're crazy.
Like,
I think
$1,200 for a grill. I'm like, dude, never will I
Try
ever
it.
do that shit.
mine's just like a Char Master. Like,
Okay.
or, I don't know. I think I got it from Lowe's or something.
Okay.
It was like on sale. I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't
mean-
know enough about grills to like care.
Dude, I was so confused going in there. Like, of course I know what a Blackstone is, and that's kind of what I wanted, just because I know it's pretty much like it's a lot easier to cook with too. But I was looking at some of the other ones, and they're listing all these features, and I'm like, does it cook? That's all I want to know. Does it fire up?
Get hot.
when we first got together, she had a charcoal grill. That's what I cooked on for the first while. It was a struggle. it was definitely a struggle
Because you gotta wait for the
charcoal to
heat
get, and then
up
like it starts dying really fast, and you're like, "What the fuck is going on?" And also with the charcoal smoker, anybody want a smoker? I got a charcoal smoker.
I have a smoker. I have yet to use it.
Oh, we don't have the smoker anymore. I forgot I put it up by the trash.
Oh, someone take it?
I don't know. It was
Brooks was working at like
Did it not work?
midnight.
My
no, it did. I just
You should just Facebook Marketplace it or
I
something.
did.
Oh.
Nobody wanted it. We had it for like less than $100 too, and nobody
What
said
the
anything.
hell?
Which
Shit.
the inside of smokers after they're really used get dirty as fuck. Like they're
You can't
still
clean 'em.
good. I mean, you can, but it's just you got to think you got a piece of meat that's sitting in there for 8 hours.
True.
So like
But-
it's hard.
But some people think that it's
Motherfucker.
what?
He figured out right around the
I have grass seed down, so I have a safety fence through the yard,
Oh.
and that he's not supposed to be allowed in there. And he's figured out how to get in there. There is a gap between the decks, so that's probably where he went. But yeah, I don't know. It's I got the propane smoker now, which you go through a lot of propane, but I don't smoke that
Propane
often.
expensive?
If you
It's like,
just trade the tank, it's not.
it's like $20 a tank ish.
Oh,
If you go to
okay.
Goodwill, I will say, where do you go to a gas station?
Yeah, I just go to a gas station.
Goodwill's cheaper.
so cheap to refill.
Goodwill, they have propane?
Goodwill is.
I know the
propane?
one down here. I know the one there by the bowling alley down in Heath. They have it to where you can get them refilled. Like they actually refill your.
You know, yeah,
Tank
I bet
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So,
$10.
so like I swap out the whole tank.
Yeah, so
They actually refill your tank. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's cheaper for sure.
but what? Kind of not really though. Think about it. You're giving them a tank to get a tank. So there's not. It's the same exchange. You're just keeping your tank.
Yeah, but they have to deal with the empties though. They have to worry about like deliveries and
That's
picking
true.
up new
All right,
ones.
that makes sense. Now that yeah, this is why you're like in the business world.
Dude, I'm in logistics and operations.
yeah, that is right up your
That's what I
alley.
do. Efficiencies.
But yeah, I don't know. I go to Goodwill and do it because I went and bought a new one from the gas station because I wanted one for my grill and one for my smoker, and I was like, it was like $70, and I was like, what the fuck?
Damn.
Yeah, but
It
just
gets
to go
pricey.
get them
Yeah.
switched out, it's not that bad. Which grilling, you really don't go through.
No, you could. One tank will last you a good 2 months, if not more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Depends on how much you grill.
Y'all are talking me into just go fucking buying this Blackstone, dude.
You should.
They have one. They have like the.
It's just trial and error.
It's like a big version. It's like I think you have if you have the 36-inch or whatever.
I have
They
a
have that
feeling
at
it is.
Costco on sale right now, and
Is Costco worth it?
me and Liv like it. But yeah, I mean, you guys are kind of far away from
I don't give a
Costco,
fuck.
so like it would just be a drive. But
We go to
Cheap.
Sam's Club.
if Sam's
sometimes.
is closer probably to out here.
Not really, because
No.
there's a Costco in Zanesville too.
Oh, when did that get built?
It's been there, I think.
Oh shit. Okay.
I don't know.
I thought that there's a Sam's Club in Zanesville, not a Costco. Costco, yeah. So
by Easton
yeah, I
or by
I
Polaris.
don't know. Every time I go in there with my boss, I'm like, fuck, that'd be nice to get in bulk.
No,
Oh,
I
shit,
like
that'd be
Costco, and they have a lot of cool sales like that. Like you'll see, like I don't think the Blackstone's gonna obviously be there forever, but summer's coming up, so I'm
Mhm.
assuming. But they always have something there that's like cheaper than where you'd find it somewhere else.
When we were the Friday before like Christmas weekend or whatever this year, me and my boss went out and did some shopping for office furniture, and we bought a TV from Costco. He bought a monitor, and it like all in all, I think he spent less than $500 on
Yeah.
like electronic stuff, and I was like, that's really impressive. And it was not. I mean, it was TV that size, or yeah, might have
I don't know how they do it because Costco the 36-inch they have it for like $369 right now, and I went to Lowe's also, and they have it for like $499. So like the obviously I'd get it at Costco.
So you
but
know that Costco has hardly any warehouse space.
Meaning,
Oh, that's probably why everything's so cheap.
Their warehouse space is their store. No, you know how everything's up
yeah.
on the shelves?
Yeah.
They don't have hardly any warehouse space, so they have everything in
So
store.
everything goes.
okay.
So
So they
everything
don't
goes
have
on
to have
sale if they
like
start
a
taking.
separate,
Yeah.
warehouse or anything. So they're able to take advantage of that.
Okay. That makes sense.
I think too. You know how their pizza's really fucking good.
Their pizza's cheap too.
Yeah, it's
Dude.
like what, $20?
For a big ass pizza.
Yeah.
These guys at my work every Wednesday they get Costco pizza and hot dogs. Every Wednesday.
The
It's
hot dogs are
fucking good.
decent too. I
The,
don't really.
the hot dogs are like
giant.
massive.
Yeah.
They're huge.
He said because he sells the hot dogs. I think they sell the hot dogs for like what, $1.50
It's
or
like
something.
$2.
Something
bucks.
like that.
So he was losing money on them, and he said, "I will go bankrupt before I charge more than $2 for a hot dog." The
Good.
guy,
That's-
the CEO.
That's American.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And I was like, "Good for
America.
you!" Like honestly, but like think about it. There's people that just go in there for the food.
Yeah, the food court.
Like, just literally, will get a membership.
Dude, their iced coffee is very good as well.
I haven't had that.
You can get like chocolate drizzle in it. I had one today actually. That's why I'm thinking about it.
I don't know. Costco, I love stores like that. And that's one of those stores that like you start every time you go in, there's something new.
Yep.
And like you kind of want to look around the entire store.
And they have sample days too. Like, dude, I remember being a kid, bro, going to like Kroger or something. And
Do they even have those at Kroger anymore?
No, Kroger didn't. Well, sometimes they're like a rare occasion.
Every blue once
They
in a
might
blue moon.
have some little old lady out there passing out
Yeah.
like Ritz crackers. You know?
Yeah, it's never anything
like a slice
crazy.
of cheese on it. Like
Yeah.
you're testing out the cheese
Yeah.
or something.
It's like it's just American cheese. I'm confused
But
here.
Costco will have like cut up seasoned like steak that they're like, hey, you gotta try this steak. You try it. It's like, damn, okay.
Where's that steak?
What
Yeah.
aisle's that in?
Like I remember they got Liv and I one time. They had this specific sauce. It was like mango habanero, like some type of sauce. It was so good. And I tasted it. I was like, I looked at her. I was like,
We're getting that.
we grabbed like 2 things of it, bro. Love that
Snagging this
shit. But it's a smart play. If it's something's good and you can sample it all the time.
I mean, think about it. How much money do you really lose on samples?
None.
yeah, probably not.
Because you got to think, like
ROI.
that whole day, they probably like one jar of like that salsa or that sauce, whatever.
Like, how
Like-
many people have to go by before a whole bottle is gone?
Exactly.
Like, so
You get one person to go buy that one bottle off of your one sample.
yeah,
You're already.
You really only need 2 people.
Yeah.
2 people, you're in the money.
yeah.
That's like that's good business there.
Start giving out free samples, people.
Free samples and give us some quality meats, will you?
Yes.
We
No
start
kidding.
handing out like flash drives with like just a snippet of the podcast on it.
That's called social media.
Hey, it's in person samples. All right.
I don't have the time for
And
that.
welcome, and welcome with Roughnecks. And just pause. Like, what's the rest? I hate that on social media where they'll be like, oh, watch this, like it's crazy, and then like right at the end, be like, it's like, and it doesn't finish
Or
what like
like
it
for
was going
part
to
2.
say. Yeah,
And it's like, no,
for part 2.
no. Now I have to go to your profile, and like I'll usually sometimes I'll do it, or like most of the time I'm like, no, I don't care that much. But if I'm like actually interested, I'm like,
Or it's
go
like-
find it.
The top 10 best like running backs, and it goes through like 10 through 5, and I'm like, why would you say top
Yeah.
10?
Like say 10 through 5, so I just know right off the bat.
Yeah.
Nah, those part 1 and part 2 videos piss me off because like I'll see them in my feed, click on it, and by like it's like an old ass video, so
Yes.
it's so hard to find where part 2 is, or maybe they never
They
posted
never
it,
made
yeah.
part 2.
That's what
Right.
was nice about TikTok. I deleted TikTok. Did I tell you guys?
Yeah.
that?
Oh, you did?
I
Okay.
deleted TikTok. Had to. But like when I was on it, this is probably the reason why like I had to delete it. There was this one series. I swear to God, it was like a movie series of this dude who got onto the dark web. Did I tell you guys this? So
With
he
the
got
gnomes.
no.
Oh, okay.
So he got onto the dark web, and there's like this dark web AI, and you can ask it like any question that you want.
Okay.
And this dude had like some flash drive. He's like a super smart like tech guy already. And he's like, I had this flash drive. I don't know what's on it, but I need to know what's on it. And he was asking this AI like, hey, can you read this flash drive for me so I can see what's on it? Or I guess it wasn't a flash drive. It was like I don't know, some type of data thing.
Yeah.
And the AI was like, well, you need to buy me this. You need to get me like all these kinds. It was like a 200-part series. It was like a documentary.
Holy shit! Did you
And
watch all two?
I watched all of it because I couldn't stop watching. And like he'd be like, I'll post like the update tomorrow after I get this, and like I'd be on there like waiting for his update type shit. Like I was so invested. And this thing, by the end of it, like this AI generated, told him to go buy like this remote control car with like a camera on it and like all these encryptions, and this AI lived in this remote control like car. Like this little RC car was driving around.
That makes me think it's
It was
not
dr-
AI.
It was driving around on its own, and then it would just like stop, turn the flash on, and then start talking. And it would be like, you know, my friend, like I need, like if you want the rest of the files on this, like please do that. And dude was like, I'm done. Like I'm freaked
What
out.
the
I'm
hell?
done. It was
That.
it was crazy. I'm like, so this AI was like almost trying to become alive.
Yeah, and so it probably like scammed him. Like what? Like had him buy a bunch of shit that never
Well,
even read the file.
He didn't have to buy it. The AI somehow in the dark web like funneled him real money to go buy it because it wanted to be built.
What?
It was
Dude,
nuts.
that's so scary.
Because like it would just like send like little like some file, and he'd open it up, it would be some like cryptocurrency, and he'd exchange it to be like real money and go buy these like things.
That's nuts.
See,
And he's like, I'm so invested because it's making me buy like
that makes me
off the
really
wall
question if it's AI though.
it had to be.
That's
Because, like,
so
as soon as-
scary to think about.
But then he like downloaded the files off of this drive and sent it to him, and it's like, well, I'll give you these 4, but in order to get the rest, like I need you to do this now.
Negotiation.
Yeah,
skills and
it was
shit.
like negotiating.
And like it was like my freshman year at Worcester. One of my teammates like knew how to get on the dark web. There's some crazy shit on there. You could hire. I mean, I feel like it's so traceable nowadays, but I don't know. There was like you could hire a hitman for like $10,000.
Oh, yeah, they exist.
It's insane.
That's
dude.
not just
like,
movie shit. They
like
exist.
$10,000, and you're just like, I don't like
This person, this location.
Yeah, it's literally probably like the movies. Like imagine being a hitman. You just get like a file slid under your door, a picture of someone. All right, next target. You just go $10,000. I don't even think $10,000 is worth it.
No,
Like if you get
it's
caught,
gotta
you're
be more than
fucked,
that.
dude.
Yeah, it's gotta be more than that.
Like you gotta set me up. Like I'm $100,000, you know, or like
Yeah.
even more than that.
But then like, my sister, one of my sister's friends who live in Colorado, when I went out to see my sister, we stayed at their house, and it was just like this multi-million-dollar fucking insane house. And the couple that lived there, the dude who's probably like close to our age, he was a cybersecurity warfare like expert on, and he worked for like the BMV.
Oh shit.
So he says, all I do every day is fight bad guys, literally as a video game online, and I can't lose. Because if I lose, they now get access to everybody's like
There's a lot of
information.
fucking personal information at the BMV.
Yeah. Hence why he makes millions. He works for like the Department of like Defense, like crazy shit.
Damn, wonder like I'd like to talk to someone like that. Like how many like attacks are there like a day? You know how many people try to probably access
Dude,
shit that
you
they
need
can
to
a
go
day?
listen to like what's his name, Sean Ryan or Tim Grover they'll talk about it on their Instagram all the time.
Just about people trying to hack into shit.
They are both like special forces guys and like just know some shit, know a lot of people, and like they'll talk about things, and it's like ugh, that's scary to think
Well,
about.
like we're my company, like the people we fly, like our cybersecurity team is like through the roof. Because
Oh,
if
yeah.
one of them get access to these billionaires like credit card information that's
Yeah.
on our file, or their passports, or like
True.
whatever, we've had a lot of like potential hits in our cybersecurity team. Like just they give us like information all the time. They're like, yeah, we stopped thousands today, just today. Like we have to go through training like every week.
What the hell? Oh, like phishing emails and shit.
Phishing
Yeah.
emails, and like we had one where they almost got us because it was a phishing email, and some dude clicked on the link
Dumb.
and
See,
entered
I-
in his information. Then bad guy who was like South American, like some country, they were able to trace it afterwards. He like impersonated him, emailed all of our like executive leadership team, was like, hey, can you guys send me like this information here, it's on this link, and like if anyone on that like the executive team would have clicked that link, they would have access to
a lot.
like all of theirs, and like someone caught it. We're like, this doesn't seem right.
Damn.
It's so crazy how like it's so most of the time it's very obvious when someone's like sending you a phishing email. Like if you look into the sender's email address or like there's little typos in it, it's like, dude,
that and like the signature, like if there's like a business signature, like the ones that act like businesses and don't have like their business signature or like no pictures or anything. Like if it's coming from a business, usually they have like that header picture or something, and then at the bottom, you have your business signature with your company phone number and everything like that.
Or our company will send out like phishing attempts like on purpose.
Yeah, just to see who clicks
Just
on
to
it.
see who
shit.
clicks
yeah.
it.
And then be like,
And if
hey,
you
dumbass.
fail, then you have to go take like a
Training,
course.
Yeah, because my company does that too, and I mean, I'm always like, I'm pretty good at like looking at that shit, and I always get the congratulations, you passed the and it's like, okay, dude, like,
but they're getting really good at it.
yeah, they are getting good at it. The main thing I really look for though is that email address, because I mean, most big companies have their own email domain, so if you're sending me an email from @gmail.mail or some shit, like, dude, you think I think this is legit? Hell no.
Yeah, dude, the podcast email gets a crap ton of them.
I bet.
It's so annoying.
Like just having, and it's not my info at Roughnecks Podcast one. It's my roughneckspodcast@gmail.com. That's the one that always gets the spam ones that I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to respond to this one.
Well, I told you guys what my sister's company does, right?
I don't know.
She's in
so.
like the marketing kind of like ad world.
Okay.
Well, kind of. I'm going to butcher this, but pretty much like
She's gonna text you.
yeah, she's going to be
after,
like, that's
what
completely
the-
wrong.
Yeah, that's not what I do.
But like pretty much what they do is like, say you go to like, I don't know, sixflags.com and you're looking at, getting whatever for it. So as soon as you type in your like email address into sixflags.com, Six Flags or like they now have your information. So other companies will buy ads. And what it does is they now that they have your information on Six Flags buys this, like my sister's company, that says, hey, we need more advertisement. So now that they have their email address, they can backlog and see all the popular websites that email address has gone to before. So then if so then if that email address goes to like target.com, you'll see like a Six Flags ad.
Yep. Yeah, no.
See, this is
buy
why
so much data.
So that's when like those moments happen where like, I swear to God, I was just talking about that and just got an ad. Like, I don't think it's coincidence.
No, not
it's
at all.
not coincidence
Not
at all.
And freaking that I just completely lost my train of thought. I had something I was going to say. Wow. Holy shit.
It's scary how quickly they can just like see your profile.
Yeah.
Like your Google profile. Like, have you ever like looked to see, just like type in, there's something where you can just type in your name and it pretty much just pulls up your entire life.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
Shows you like all your past places you've lived, all of that shit. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you got
Where
to
you
think
work,
Facebook
family, like,
and
it's
like
crazy.
people are so quick to input it on Facebook to show everybody, and it's like, no, you're showing the world. You're literally showing the
Oh
world.
yeah, I mean, dude, you can get doxxed so easy. Like, I mean, in my video game that I play, Ark, like there's this dude who got like his wedding location exposed in like a Discord with like thousands and thousands of people.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, just like someone, the dude got banned for it, but yeah, like that happens all the time of people like just exposing people's like real information.
Or I've
This
heard like,
is-
especially on the streaming stuff, like what they'll do is like flag them to the FBI.
Yeah,
that
get
they're-
swatted.
Yeah,
and
they get
shit.
swatted.
Yeah, bro, that shit's crazy.
This is
I saw one video, guy's like, damn it, the SWAT's here. You guys fucking did this again.
I've
Why do you
seen
guys
that.
keep doing this shit? He's looking at his buddy. He's like, dude, just be cool. Like, we got nothing here. Just let him come in.
This isn't the first time. Yeah, that's Peterson's big on Jordan Peterson. He taught like gives a promo code for ExpressVPN because he's big on like using VPN and it was one of the ways that it was put. I was listening to his podcast today, and it was like if you not using ExpressVPN is like going to the bathroom and leaving your kid with the first random stranger you see. They may not be, they're most likely not a kidnapper or a raper, but why would you take that chance? And it's like, fuck. Like,
Well, when you put it like that, buddy, let me get that VPN, please.
yeah, like, remember we used to have to use VPN in high school?
Yeah,
Because the Wi-Fi?
we got to do that at my job too. Just
Yeah.
I think it's mostly so everything can just run through the central main server that's like super secure. But like VPNs, naturally, I think they make you like they show your IP as somewhere where you're not, or like it's from a
Yeah.
different location, so
Yeah.
someone can't like trace it right to your address and shit.
Well, it drives me nuts when I'm at work on our VPN and I'll like type in or I'll look for like if I'm ordering food or something, be like, "Are you in Chicago?" I'm like, "No, like, I'm not
Yeah.
Chicago." Like, so it's like,
See, I don't even have
putting me
VPN
in
on my
different
phone.
locations.
But freaking, if you go on Lowe's or Home Depot or any of those like home improvement, every one of them puts you in the wrong place. Unless you're directly in the store, they always put you in the wrong place. And it's like usually in Ohio, but it's like, are you in Chillicothe? And it's like, what? If it was like, hey, are you in freaking Pataskla or whatever, like Columbus, I'd be like, all right, not too bad, close. But like, no, you're like, it'll say like Akron or something, and you're like, that's 2 hours away. That doesn't even make
Right.
sense.
Like, hold on, I want you to rethink about that and recalculate where I am. All right,
I just allowed you to use my location.
Yeah.
Like,
use it, dude.
speaking of like kidnappers and like,
oh Lord.
no, have you seen like the social experience where the dude goes to like parks with like parents and like their kids are playing and stuff, and he'll walk up to them and be like, "Hey, like, it's all recorded. This is just like a test type of thing." And he has like a puppy, and he's like, "How?" Like, if I walk up to your kids, are they like stranger danger? Will they like not talk to a stranger? And the parents are all like, "Oh yeah, like no, our kids are good about that." And he'll walk up to the kids and be like, "Hey, like, have you seen this puppy? Like, look at my puppy. Like, his name is Donuts. Like, can you believe that? Isn't that silly? Like, I have a whole bunch of other puppies. You want to come see those?" And the kids just walk off with this guy. It's like,
Yeah, that shit's scary.
that is so scary.
It's scary, and like you can't even blame the kid necessarily because it's
No.
like, oh,
And the
dog.
parents are like, "Oh my god, dude!" Especially having kids, it makes you rethink
Yeah, I bet.
everything.
Yeah.
Like, there's now shit going. Have you seen like the writings on people's windows, like that whole thing that's going on?
No.
So like, someone will park into like a grocery store, and then people will be in there like watching, but there'll be like a scout car. And as soon as they leave their car, they'll go right on their window, like 1W1C, which is like one woman, one child.
Oh,
That's fucking
shit.
scary.
I saw something like that with like zip ties, putting like zip ties on like as markers of like
Yeah. Air tags and
air
shit.
tags. Yeah.
The air tag scared the shit out of me because, and if like as soon as if any, I think we talked
Yeah,
about
we
it. I was
did.
like, if one of those air tags pops up on my phone, like I'm gonna be like, all right, this car's getting tore the fuck apart.
He's gonna just take it to like a rage room and break all the fucking doors off of it.
I borrowed my buddy's trailer one time, and like I like parked somewhere, and I was with my son, I think. And like I got the notification on my phone, like, "Hey, AirTag, like nearby," and I'm like, "What the fuck?" I called my dude. I was like, "Dude, you have an AirTag on your trailer?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay,
Yeah.
That makes me
like,
feel better.
Thank God." He's like, "That thing's not getting stolen. That's why I have an
Yeah.
AirTag on it."
That's actually pretty smart.
That is smart, bro. Imagine stealing that trailer. Like, oh, we're free, boys. Like, you drive like 3
Because
hours
trailers
away.
really are easy to steal.
I mean, you just gotta hook up and go, bro.
If you got a hitch, buddy, you're good.
Yeah, literally.
Like I lock my trailer, and it's a freaking 5x. Actually, I don't have a lock on it right now, but it's
Oh,
a
I'm
fucking
stealing
tiny
that
ass
shit.
trailer. Go
you
for
won't
it,
have
buddy.
that tomorrow morning, bud.
I want to sell it. Just give me $500 for it. I just want to make my money back.
I'll pay you in Trident layers.
I'll give you 2.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know. Like that's why I'm not opposed to women carrying and like learning how to carry because it's like, or having a taser or pepper spray, something,
Yeah.
especially when you're out with your kids by yourself. Like, it's just not. It's a scary world we live in anymore. It makes me nervous. Like when Sierra's like, I'm going, down to the gas station at 10 o'clock at night, and I'm like, we don't live in a bad area, but it's like you never know anymore. Like, what the hell could happen?
it's the sleepy towns that like you got to worry about sometimes too.
Yeah.
Because like, I mean, Columbus is bad for like sex trafficking and shit, but there's always so many people. Like, there's probably gonna be a witness, but like out here late at night, like going to Circle K, I mean, there's probably not that many people around. So it's like,
No.
I mean, there's cameras, but like most of the time it doesn't fucking
Fuck,
matter.
half of
you
those
know?
probably
I
don't
don't know.
even fucking
Like
work.
I heard a stat the other day where, again, I have no idea how true this is, that like crime has gone down significantly, but we just have access to see all the crime now. So it makes it seem like there's way more crime.
have
when
y'all
really
heard
there's
like
not.
the it's like I forget what it's called. It's like scared world syndrome or mean world syndrome or some shit to where like on social media they just feed into like crime's so bad you can't, like, you're not safe anywhere, da 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 da. It makes everyone in the population always scared, but in all actuality it's really not that bad.
Yeah.
Which, like, I could see it. Like, think about how happy everyone was before fucking the news, Twitter, Instagram. You're always seeing someone, like, get shot.
Dude, if you
like,
watch the news, somebody every day gets shot. in
yeah,
Columbus.
exactly. But if you didn't have that, if we didn't have social media to see that, we wouldn't really know about it then.
Yeah.
Because they just highlight everything. It couldn't
Fuck
even, like...
no, man. In Wild Wild West, them motherfuckers just shot each other, left them in the street,
Exactly.
walked away.
That was the man's thing. Like, we're gonna go duel.
Yeah.
Town ain't big enough for the two of us.
Shot buddy, walked up to him, throw some dirt on it, pal.
Didn't some president do some like Theodore Roosevelt?
I was gonna say that sounds like such a Roosevelt thing.
He went out and like had a duel with somebody. I don't know. I know that's true. I don't know what president it was, but
What,
they
they
like,
dueled for the
had a
presidency?
I don't think it was for the president.
Oh,
I think it was,
that's the most badass thing ever, bro. Biden and Trump fucking dueling. Imagine that shit.
Biden be like, huh?
Dude, you know how slow his draw would be, bro?
He'd probably shoot himself. He wouldn't know what's this thing do.
Dude, that'd be like a 30-second draw, bro.
hang on.
Yeah.
Trump would be having a conversation with somebody and be like, all right,
Well, you see here, Nancy Pelosi. Shit.
Listen.
that's who he probably really wants to shoot. Yeah, I don't know. It's
Dude, Biden's got to be so drugged up. He's so old, man.
Dude, but I
Whether
think
you like him or not, like,
Buddy's running on autopilot. Have you seen the movie Weekend at Bernie's?
no.
Dude, it's like, all right, so I forget like the relationship or whatever, but the plot of the movie is they go visit like their uncle or something like that. He ends up dying and they have to like act as if he's alive. So he's with them all the time, just like arms around their shoulders, walking around. He makes like noises and shit. They're just moving his arms and shit. Bro, it's such a funny movie, but that's what Biden reminds me of, is Weekend at Bernie's.
Gosh.
You seen it, Cole?
yeah.
Yeah, the
It
movie's
sucks because like
electric.
some days it's like, man, he's there. Like he sounds like a president, and then some days you're like, I don't think he even knows what day it is or where he's at right now.
No way.
Like him falling off the bike or him at the
Falling up the stairs.
which time? Or like the one that drove me like crazy is not crazy, but the was it Air Force or something he was at, and like he like walked the wrong way like 4 times and like
Where he tried to
forgot-
shake an invisible person's
Yeah,
hand. He like
like-
turned around, he's like,
Oh.
Yeah, and I was just like, what do you have you seen the videos where it's like the fake Secret Service like earpiece of him like at these things where he screws up, where it's like, God damn it, he fell off the bike, somebody get over there and help his ass up.
No, turn right.
that's scary. And also like his like speeches when he just starts rambling about shit that doesn't make sense at all. He's like, oh yeah, the water buffalo in New York is fucking crazy. Like you know, just like rambling about stuff. It's like, weren't we talking about Ukraine, bro?
The one where
like
it was
everyone's trying to give him a chance. It's like, like he's our president.
It
Come
is.
on,
I feel like at this point people really are trying, like, all right, he's got it.
come on,
He's got
Joe.
it.
Come
Yeah.
on, Joe.
Yes, he got a full sentence in.
You got it, buddy.
God, imagine that drinking game.
Dude,
Every
they
time
need to
he's-
put that shit on DraftKings. Next speech he has, like,
how
hey,
many times will he stumble?
Yeah.
Will he fall up the stairs?
The odds are like plus 500.
And then the American people.
Yeah.
The one, I gotta play it.
Dude, this year being an election year.
So you go ahead and you stack spaghetti sauce at a store and in a supermarket. You control the guy or the woman who brings out the carts on a forklift. What happened?
That's what I'm talking about, bro. He just says
Yeah.
random shit.
What happened? Yeah, we're all wondering the same thing. What did happen in this story?
Come on, Joe.
and then.
like you like him or not, it's like, come on, buddy. Like, just You're representing us, dude.
Dude, have y'all heard like the AI voiceovers of like Trump versus Joe Biden? It's
Dude,
so funny.
So they make
bro.
them for Supercross, like with the dirt bike racing, like post race, and it's Trump, Obama, and Biden, and they're all talking, and it's like they'll have Biden say like, "Yeah, Barack, when Michelle saw me riding my two-stroke, she got all wet in her panties and this and that," and it's just like, oh my god, or the ones of them playing video games. Have you seen those with the AI? Oh god.
Dude, this year being an election year is going to be nuts.
Yeah,
I got a
is.
feeling some shit's going to go down. Like,
Did y'all see that travel warning China put out? Like they warned all their citizens that if they're traveling to the United States, beware of uncertain circumstances or something.
what?
It's because
Yeah.
China's probably going to release another COVID towards us or something.
Where
right?
China's like, yeah, y'all can go to the U.S., but we're gonna fuck them up in a second. So just beware. Just letting you know, we might be sending some shit over there. We don't know.
It's like, I don't know enough about that. Like, I don't even know what you call it. Like, worldly things going on.
Oh, me
No,
either.
I don't
like,
either.
dude, I'm clueless.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what was going on with like the Ukraine stuff. Like I
So
knew it was
confusing.
happening, but like I didn't know what was happening exactly.
So confusing. And it's
I
just
don't
like,
know,
wait, like, are they good? Who's good here?
Yeah.
Like, what side are we on?
Damn, Tigers in 27th. Is
Yeah.
that what that 27th?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
He's doing really good.
Oh, that's good.
that's pretty good.
That's really good.
He's tied. That's the thing is he's tied for 20. Like you got to think, there's 3 people tied for first right now, and then it's fourth because it's 1, 2, 3. They're tied for first, and then when you get in the fourth person,
Okay.
so 27th, he's probably like
What's the little number to the right of their minus number? Is that how many holes they've shot?
What hole they're on?
yeah.
Oh, so he's on like 73 and
No,
27?
so 73. If it's below 18, then it's what hole they're on right now. If it's a number higher than 18,
They finished.
that means they finished, and that was their score for the day.
Oh, okay, cool. Damn. Come on, Tiger.
Would you see the thing? He was going like, he wasn't having sex for.
I did
He's
see that.
practicing
Certain amount of
Wasn't
abstinence.
he? Didn't they come out? He's like a sex addict or something.
Well, he cheated on his wife with like a hooker or something, didn't he?
Yeah.
And wasn't that part of the whole
That
scandal?
smells like
stuff?
money right there.
Have you heard the comedy bit about that?
No.
Dude, it's so funny. They're like, all right, so everyone's bashing Tiger for that. Slept with one girl, but he had the potential to sleep with thousands and thousands of girls.
Got a point.
So I think he did pretty well. He's got a pretty. If it took one, it's like, all right.
Did you guys see my story yesterday?
I don't know if I did.
It just makes me realize how badass Tiger Woods really is, though. Like, if this doesn't kind of give you chills.
What Grandma do? All fans are to the master.
Son of a bitch.
Do you believe you'll get 18 majors? To be honest with you, no. You don't. No. You've accepted that. I've accepted I'm gonna get more.
And it's like his mentality. He's kind of like the Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan. Like his mentality is just completely different. And that like those are the type of athletes that change the game. In my opinion, like I'm not a big LeBron fan, but like he doesn't have that Mamba mentality, that Jordan mentality on things that I don't feel like he's changed the game like those other people have.
One of my couple of my college friends sent that in. Like we have like a betting group chat, and they were like, "Put all your money on Tiger to win the Masters." I sent that in there. I was like, "I already did that."
I put $10 down, man.
I'll put some
I
money
did
on
it.
him.
I got on because my boss was talking about it. He was like, I almost opened a betting account just like for the Masters, just to put a little bit of money down. And I was like, let's hop on and
Shit,
see what,
dude, you
see what
should
the
you
line
should get
is.
the referral bonus. Send
That's
it
what
to
I told him. I was like,
about to
before
say.
you ever sign up, let me know
Yeah.
because I will give you the bonus. Like,
Right.
and we both get money,
It's
so
like
it's
$50.
a win-win. I think DraftKings is like 150.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
they had some dude. I miss that when it first
When
got
it first
legal.
came out,
Dude, they had.
I had
some
probably
fire.
8 apps.
Oh, dude, I still have 8 apps. I don't use them, but yeah, I was ripping every single like bonus, like new customer bonus that they had, bro.
I have DraftKings, and then what was the other one that I asked you for?
FanDuel.
FanDuel. I have FanDuel.
Yeah, I have like DraftKings, FanDuel, like Tipico, fucking Bet365.
Oh, so you're in.
Yeah, I don't use the other ones. I just use DraftKings now.
I use Draft. That's
I like
the only one I
DraftKings.
use. See, like I don't really bet until
DraftKings
football.
is the one that I think.
Yeah,
I bet a
football.
lot on
Yeah.
football.
Dude, I'm glad I have like some type of self-control when it comes to that
Yes.
shit, because I felt like I was betting every single weekend, bro. Like,
but dude, like, and then the weekends you make good money. You're like, next weekend you're like, I'm fucking on
I'm
it.
in.
I'm fucking putting everything in. Then you lose it all, and you're like, what the fuck? just
actually,
happened?
I'm 100% capping. I'm still betting every weekend. I bet. I usually put like a bet in for every single fight on the UFC card in a parlay, and if it hits,
Dude,
it's like
I was just
This
10
you
to
had-
win
dude,
5,000. It's
have
like,
you
dude, give it
have
to
you
me.
bet like how I bet on the UFC is like I won't bet until I see them walk out.
Oh, smart.
Like-
Okay.
like when
because
they walk
little
out, I'm
things
like-
come out sometimes too
I'm
when
like,
they're walking
oh,
out.
this guy's a fucking killer.
Yeah.
Like I'm definitely like. Then I'll just like bet everything on.
Dude,
it.
that card tomorrow is gonna be nice.
I'm
Is-
I'm
UFC
pumped.
300.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
gonna
pumped.
be
And it's at the
fucking
Sphere.
nuts.
Yeah.
It's gonna be.
I'm gonna have to buy
insane.
the pay-per-view, bro. I'm not dealing with no stream shit. I'm just gonna have to spend the
What is
$70
it?
bucks.
$70?
Probably 70 or 80.
That's
I
totally
assume.
worth it. I mean,
Yeah.
fuck.
Dude.
Who's the main card?
Isn't it Alex Pereira and Jamal Hill?
I think so.
Probably.
But like,
But like I saw a video of Dana White talking about it. He's like, I wanted every fight, even the prelims, to be badass fights.
and he's giving the the bonuses at 300,000, like for
Jesus.
fight of the night or whatever. Oh shit.
You're
Oh,
good.
there we go. There we go.
300,000
Yeah.
for one fight.
Dude.
Win or lose usually. Oh, for fight of the night.
Yeah,
Oh,
for like the fight
gotcha.
bonus. But yeah, and like think about it. UFC 300, like we might live to see 400, maybe. I don't know, because they don't.
Probably at this
yeah.
rate. You got to think we've seen 100, 200, and 300.
We have.
UFC's been around shorter than our lifespan.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
There was nothing.
Well, what I
before
was the point I was trying to make is like 300 will be something you could like tell your grandkids about type shit. It's like, well, back in my day, UFC 300,
Yeah.
electric.
Alex Pereira.
Yeah. See, we didn't watch it on these Apple Vision Pros. We actually watched it on a tube.
We were in the
We
fucking
had to buy these.
Yeah.
It was called pay per view.
Yeah. Now you can just sit in the stands for free on Apple Vision Pro.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong.
That's for real going to be the future.
Dude, it is.
You just put those things on and be anywhere you want. Like we could watch the Masters just like
there.
like all they'll have is like little stands.
Yep. Dude,
Okay. I was wrong, but we have seen 100, 200, and 300. It started in 93.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
Well, they didn't even have fucking weight classes back then, I don't think. Though.
No.
Yeah,
No,
they were just like
like-
big dudes fighting small
like
dudes.
fucking
like-
it, like-
Bare knuckle.
Yeah.
No
Dude,
rules.
bare knuckle is another fucking. That's a legit league. That's nuts.
or the power slap shit, dude.
Fuck that.
I can't get into that.
I don't understand it.
Why
bro.
the hell would I stand there and let someone slap the shit
Dude,
out
I feel
of
like
me?
if you have first slap, you have such a fucking advantage. Because if you're a big dude, strong dude, like you could probably knock someone out with that first slap, definitely.
Dude, the chicks are what's nuts.
Yeah,
Watching
the
them.
chicks.
Like I don't. Some of the chick UFC fights are good, but I'd prefer the male UFC fights. But the chick slapping sometimes, I'm like, good.
Nah, dude,
You know
I'm
a chick can slap.
No, I watch some of the chick UFC fights, and I'm just like, damn, she'd beat my ass.
Easy.
Like most of, actually, probably all of them would
I
definitely.
remember like
take
watching
me out,
Ronda.
bro.
I remember watching like
They'd
Ronda
snap
Rousey.
an arm at
Yeah.
least.
Like watching Ronda Rousey, and I'm like, she would kick the fuck.
Oh
out
no,
of
I'm
me.
beating Ronda Rousey, but anybody else? You know?
Shit.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. No, they'd get you in some kind of choke or snap your elbow in some way too fast. I don't think they're knocking me out, but like
I would like.
I think
say
they're gonna choke me out or break
Yeah.
some bone.
It's so funny listening to Rogan talk about when like his guests bring up UFC because you can just hear him get so into it, and he's like, look at this, you see, look at right there, and it's just like you can tell you are so invested in UFC. You know, Dana White almost left the UFC because when Joe Rogan was getting canceled, they were
What was
like,
he getting canceled for again? I can't remember.
he said
the
the N word,
Oh, okay.
so he was
That'll
getting
do
canceled.
it.
Yeah,
That'll do it.
he was getting canceled, and they were threatening like to take away his spot in the UFC, and Dana White said, if you could take away his spot, I'm signing my letter of resignation right now. Because he was like, he's been there for me since day one. I'm not walking away from him. And I was like, damn.
That's baller.
And he's Dana White's one of the most like, if you help him, like just Trump was the same way to him. Like he helped Dana White, or Trump helped Dana White in the beginning because he couldn't like get everything situated. And he's like, come do it at my, the Trump hotel or whatever, and I'll help you with this and this and this. And people were like, why do you still support Donald Trump? And he's like, because he supported me when I had nothing.
Well, because for a while, there were a lot of states that it was like illegal to host like fighting events and shit like that. Like boxing has always been, I think, fine, but then like when UFC came into the picture,
UFC took
like
boxing and just kind of put it out, not out of the picture, but just.
I mean, but
Boxing's
boxers make more money.
It's making its way back though.
Yeah, boxers make way more money than UFC.
Part of
fighters,
it's because of like Jake Paul, Logan
Celebrity
Paul,
shit.
Yeah.
which freaking what is it? Jake
McGregor.
Paul and fucking
Mike Tyson.
What do we think about that?
No, I don't know, dude.
I don't beat up on a 60-year-old man.
Yeah, I think it's gonna make them both a lot of money, and I think that's all it's for. I don't think it's gonna be a real boxing match, bro. I think there's something in the contracts, NDAs.
I think there was something in the contract with McGregor and
entertainment.
Mayweather.
It probably was.
Mayweather can't fucking lose.
There's always some fuck shit going on.
Yeah.
He's never lost.
Yeah, but it was an expedition. I don't think it was a sanctioned boxing match. So even if he would have lost, it wouldn't have counted towards his record. Same with the Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather fight. It wasn't like it was just an expedition.
I don't like the Paul brothers really. They don't. I don't care for them.
I mean they from Ohio.
I know.
I'll support. They're from Ohio. OH baby.
But are you really gonna go against Mike Tyson?
No, I'm not. I'm not saying. I'm
Iron
saying
Mike?
I support what they do. I support like Jake. Jake does a lot for boxing, obviously. Like
and he gives back
foundation,
to like
shit like
Cleveland
that. Yeah.
and everything.
And then Logan Paul, like WWE wise, I mean, he's like blowing up and he's kind of done multiple different things with Prime too. Like that's pretty cool.
have you seen that? So I saw this thing. Prime energy drinks or whatever their drinks are like terrible for you.
Yeah, I mean, most energy drinks.
I
are.
was gonna say I don't know if there's
Yeah.
any energy drinks.
Like I've been
that's really
ripping
good
a
for
lot
you.
of Celsius recently, and
But I've heard those are really bad for you
I've heard
too.
they're fucking horrible for you.
My boss told me he was like
Just
reading an
drink
article.
coffee.
Yeah,
Coffee is
honestly.
what I try.
I mean, I
to
drink
go
coffee
with.
in the morning, but at night, like I feel like warm coffee puts me to bed, so I like just rip like a Celsius. Typically on the weekends when I'm playing Xbox, I'm like, oh, I'm staying up all night. Like last night, I was up till like 4:30.
Dude.
Dude, but here's
I
the
miss
thing.
those days.
Mike Tyson's still a bad motherfucker.
Yeah.
Day 3, you still want to fuck with me?
Like, his punch could knock any of us out easily. Like,
Yeah, I mean, dude, like
and I'd be afraid my ear would get bit
in
off.
any
but
type of combat sport, you have to build such like a shell in a sense to like taking body shots, taking leg kicks, bro, or like that's just more UFC
Yeah.
obviously, but like I don't know how they do it.
That's the
It's
thing
crazy.
about like those. That's what people don't understand. Like they're watching UFC and they're like, "Why'd they just like lightly tap?" And they're like, "No, he kicked the shit out of his
Yeah.
leg, and that hurts."
Yeah, I would be down for the count. if
One,
someone kicked
it's
me.
like getting slapped, and two, like
It's like getting a Charlie horse in your leg.
yeah, and you have to
Consistent.
continue fighting.
And you gotta act like that shit didn't hurt, or else they're just gonna keep on kicking it.
Yep.
dude. But yeah, that's fucking nuts. Like I couldn't. Did you know Mike Tyson's the reason Joe Rogan got a bigger podcast table?
Really?
So the first time he came to the
Is it
podcast,
too close to him or something.
he had the table, and he was like, it was when Mike Tyson was like, retired life and just like living high on life, and just he was
Literally.
kind of fat and everything. Yeah, he's a big mushroom guy, kind of
All the
fat and everything.
psychedelics.
And he said that then the next time he came, he was preparing for a fight or something and was jacked and like amped up, and he goes, I didn't like being that close to him. I had to get a fucking bigger table. Like, that is the reason I have a table that I sit further from my guest. It's because of Mike Tyson. When he came that time and was just fucking jacked and super amped up, and he's like, fuck that. I don't want to be that close to him.
Wow.
Dude, that sand's just so white.
I saw something about like Joe Rogan's podcast is coming back to Apple Music or
It's already
Apple
on Apple.
Podcasts and then YouTube as well. Like that's
yeah,
cool.
it's
that
on
he,
Apple now. I listen to it on
He
Apple now.
reconstructed
Really?
his deal with
Yeah.
Spotify, so that's dope.
He made enough money off Spotify. I think they started losing a little bit of listeners.
Who, Joe Rogan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, dude, think about it. Like, I don't have Spotify. I can't listen.
I have it, and the only reason I do have it is for Rogan's
right.
podcast.
And then like, I always liked watching him on YouTube.
That's what was nice about what Spotify did with the video, like where if you played it on Spotify, the video popped up.
Oh,
So you could
okay.
still watch it. And like if I got on here on my TV right now and went to Spotify and I clicked it, his video pops up.
Oh, okay.
So that was what was nice. But Because I'm the same way. Like with a lot of Rogan's podcasts, I like to watch.
Yeah, like watch the interaction.
It is a big difference, like seeing audio to visual with it.
Yeah, maybe one day. I'm working on it. All right, I'm working on it. I did a trial run with my boss's podcast, and first 2 episodes are going to be audio only. Let's just put it that way. I'm figuring everything out. But
Trial and error, baby.
It is. That's what trial and error with this videography stuff that I just started too. I had to tell Dante because he asked me how it went. I was like, well, the first day there's like 0 footage that is worth a shit because I'm way too shaky. So like I'm holding the camera and like I'm like you feel like you're like moving perfect, like at level, and then I watch it and it's like I'm like, oh my god, fuck, I can't post any of that. So the second day I went, because I went back-to-back days, and the second day I went, I was like, everything was on a tripod. But I do have some really cool stuff. What I want to do is, like, you know how, like, the cameras, you can turn the shutter speed up, and, like, you can, I think it's shutter speed. I don't know. I'm still learning. But, like, where if you hold the button, it's like click, 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 and, like, takes a bunch of photos. So I did that while they're, like, pitching. So, like, because it's a pitching pitch.
Yeah.
So I'm going to, like, make a video out of photos, too. So I'm like, I got all these ideas.
Nice. Or you get one of those like anti-gravity like camera holders like they use in like the NFL and stuff.
Yeah.
Where you can like
those
move your
are
arm
fire.
wherever you want, but it
Oh,
stays in
fuck.
one position.
Damn it, Reno, I'm trying not to spend any more money on camera gear right now.
Hey, come on now.
But that would that's what I do need. Fuck. Yeah.
I don't know how that
And
just
it's weird
happened,
because,
but-
like, this is, like, 8-year-old girls. So it's, like, sometimes I'm, like, I don't want to be all up in your face. Because,
Yeah.
like, they get a little weirded out because they're, like, not weirded out. They're just not used to it.
Yeah.
So we just kind of got used to people taking pictures and videos of us.
It's part of it.
Yeah. But,
Yeah. Just trial and error, dude.
yeah, 100%. The, Dante wanted to talk about it, the basketball world.
Yeah, I mean, starting off.
I won the Muscle House tournament
Did
challenge.
you?
Yep. So I'm actually recording with Zach next weekend. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to be like, hey, I'll come to your gym and I'll bring all my podcast equipment because, like, the winner gets, like, a workout with them. And I was like, I'll just bring all my podcast equipment. We'll get a workout in and then we'll do a podcast right
That's
after.
pretty fire.
It's like, that'd be a good idea.
Yeah.
Nice. It's a really good idea.
But I mean, March Madness wise, men's. I mean, I don't know if anybody ever thought UConn was gonna lose. I mean,
No.
they just literally
I mean-
steamrolled damn near everyone.
When you're winning by 30 and
Yeah.
going on a 30-0 run, like, I mean,
Against conference champions.
yeah.
Like,
On the flip side of that too, South Carolina though, like,
South Carolina was undefeated in the tournament last year and they lost in the women's.
okay, fair.
So they lost to Caitlin Clark.
Oh yeah.
Did you see what a lot of them said about Caitlin? Or I think it was the South Carolina coach that was like, "You're a damn good player, but I'm so thankful that you are leaving.
Yeah.
Like, I never want to see you
I mean,
again."
I feel like she put Iowa on the map, dude.
she
Like,
put women's basketball on the map.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
well,
say
yeah.
we have
All
no
of
idea.
women's
Was Iowa even
basketball.
good before Caitlin Clark? Like, nobody.
I don't know.
I don't feel
I
like
have no
anybody
idea.
really knows.
But it's kind of crazy because all like 4 or 5 of the girls who like started really putting women's basketball on the map were all in the same draft class, bro. Like,
Dude,
Angela,
this whole
Angela
tr-
Reese,
So
that
WNBA
chick
might
from-
like blow up.
yeah, honestly,
that chick from UConn, Paige, whatever.
Paige
Yeah.
Buckets,
Yes.
hell yeah.
And then what's the
The LSU girl.
Angel Reese?
And then you also have what's the other LSU girl?
Van Lith.
Yeah,
the white
is it
girl?
Haley.
Haley Van
Yeah.
Lith.
And that
yeah.
giant ass girl from South Carolina.
Yes,
Yeah.
I don't
Like
know
the
her
center.
name, but
Dude, she's a
Fucking
fucking
tank,
bus.
dude.
I mean, I don't know, because you got to think back to like Brittany Griner.
You know, I don't remember ever hearing shit about her until she got
Till
like,
she
trapped
dunked.
in-
Arrested in
No,
Russia.
Remember,
that's the only
she
time I
was
heard
like
shit
the
about
first
her.
chick
Yeah, she's
to
the first one to
dunk.
dunk like multiple games.
Oh, okay.
So she, yeah, but she wasn't. She's not dropping 40 points a game like some of these girls are. So that's the only thing.
Dunking shit. 2022, dude. Fuck.
Yeah, men have been doing that for years. Men were doing that before they were allowed to do it in the league.
Oh shit.
Golly.
That's what I don't know.
We get canceled for that.
Here's what's crazy too is like I'm pretty sure. So you know how Caitlin Clark broke Pete Maravich's like all-time scoring record, but I'm pretty sure he played when there was no 3-point line.
Damn.
So like,
Wait, what?
I'm pretty sure he played. Remember, there never used to be a 3-point line.
All right.
Might-
Well,
when-
Just all 2-pointers.
Probably
like the 50s.
my dad, when he was in high school, he's like, we didn't have a 3-point line.
Oh, geez, I'm way off.
Damn.
I don't know. My dad's like 80 years old or something like that. He's not 80.
I was about to say, no, he's not.
He's 60. He's getting close to 70.
That's not 80.
When did basketball?
It's getting up there, but
Yep.
you know. I mean, shit. If we're rounding up like the time, shit. When it hits like 3:45,
Fuck, I'm 40.
When it hits 4:45, it's 5 p.m. So fuck it, you know.
Age-wise, I'm 30. Body-wise, I'm like 70. I did legs this morning. Thought I was going to die.
Dude, I almost throw up every time I hit legs. I don't know why.
It's
It's like all the blood
1979.
rushing into my legs. I don't know.
1979.
Is when they added the 3-point line?
Yes.
Whoa. That's kind of hard to believe.
Yeah.
But you think 1979 was what? Almost 50 years ago.
Okay, so
That's
What
hard
the-
to believe.
Yeah, that is hard to believe. What the hell?
Pete Maravich, his
50 years
last year
It doesn't
in
seem like that
college
far away.
was the 79-80 season. So he only had it for 1 year. Imagine if he had it for all 4 years, because back then they actually stayed all 4 years, probably, I'm assuming.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah. They didn't have NIL and shit.
Yeah.
These max contracts, guaranteed money.
Yep, you get $1,000 for signing this contract. But it's fucking, so, I don't know, that's the thing. Have you seen all the stuff with schools wanting to ban, storming the court and storming the field and stuff?
Yeah.
Sometimes it gets a little ridiculous. Like, you should only storm when it's like a massive upset or a
Like, if you're an
championship
unranked team
or like a
beating-
rival team.
Yes.
Can't just be for just beat someone who's kind of good.
Like the Duke North Carolina game, you're both ranked in the top 10. I get it. It's your biggest rival, but why are you storming the court when I don't know, because
Like, if it was a rival in like a playoff game or like a conference championship game.
it's the
then,
Super Bowl,
like,
it's the
yeah.
championship. But I don't know. I go back and forth with it, but I think it's because there's been players that have gotten injured in basketball. Caitlin Clark got ran into, but if you watch the video, she kind of
She flopped, bro.
That-
She started
dude.
turning into like a diva when she got popularity, kind of, bro.
She literally. I can't stand Caitlin Clark. She's a hell of a basketball player, but I cannot stand her. She bitches about her teammates. You'll literally see her throw her hands up on the court while when her teammates do something, and it's like, how are you the best? I get you are the best player in the country, but if they can't get you the ball because they are double teaming you, you can't blame them for taking a shot. You're not the only one that gets to shoot on the court. Look at all that sand. Holy shit.
I didn't know that was happening.
It's pretty windy.
Windy.
Golly.
I don't know. Dude, yeah, 1979 was 50 years ago. That doesn't seem like that long ago.
No,
it really
When you
doesn't.
say like 1979.
Yeah, but 50 years.
that's half of our
50 years.
That's double how long me and you have been alive.
Mhm.
Roughly 50. Like 40, what?
Yeah, 44,
4 or
6.
I don't know. 40-ish.
Yeah,
Still,
something like that.
that's not that long. Or that's, I don't know. Depends on how you look at it. That's not that long ago, but that was a long time ago.
Well, that's what
How much shit has changed since 1979?
Rogan in one of his stand-ups talks about something. I forget what it was. Oh, it was talking about the Constitution, and he's like, imagine if the Founding Fathers came back today, and they'd be like, you guys didn't write any new shit? I wrote that shit with a feather, with a candle.
Oh, yeah. Though.
But it was like,
I mean,
you
shit,
know,
it's been-
they wrote that real recent. That was 3 people ago. People lived to be 100 years old. That was 3 people ago, and it's like, fuck.
That's true.
When you really look at it in that aspect, that isn't that long ago.
So is Tiger done then?
No,
For the day.
for the
Oh,
day.
He'll
okay.
come back
So
tomorrow.
they play a round of they play 18 holes every
4
single day
days.
for 4 days straight.
So this is day 2.
This
yeah.
is day 2. It started
So
yesterday.
is +1 after day 2 good?
Not
You
great.
make the cut.
Okay.
I think
so
the
the
cut was
leader
like
is
+7.
minus 6.
Damn.
So he's 7 strokes behind.
So
which
he
is,
might not. He's probably not gonna be able to win at this point then, unless the leader fucks up.
I don't know.
It's still possible.
Oh, okay.
I
'Cause
mean,
this
day
court-
1
this
somebody
course
went
is-
6 under.
Course is so hard that you can have a good day, then you can have a horrible day.
And you got to think, if you go out 4 days straight, like you're bound to have one day that's just not going to
True.
go your way. You don't want to be the leader in like really the first day. You want to be the leader going into like the last day.
Right.
That's when it's important. But I still remember fucking watching him win his last Masters. I'd never cared about watching golf, and
More
I
than
just was in college. It was junior year. I was living by myself and turned it on and was sitting there and watching his final round. And I'll never forget like when he made that last putt and like just watching it. It damn near brought tears to my eyes because like it was just one of those sports moments that you're just like, holy shit! Like this is like a historical
I
moment.
just witnessed
What year
it.
was that?
That would have been our junior year of college. So what,
2020?
20?
Damn. Like COVID?
Nah, so
Or
maybe
right before COVID.
Maybe it was sophomore year. Maybe it was 2019. But I watched like the backroom stuff, like the camera backroom stuff, and they were like, nobody talk. None of the announcers fucking talk. Just let him have his moment. And I'm like, yeah, you got a point. And I was like, that was one of the best things is like you just heard the roar of the crowd and like him talking, like just just got to live in the moment instead of because the announcers, like they complained about it with the NFL, the Super Bowl.
They're
Didn't
just
they?
talking over
Just
like
like
big
talking
moments.
over like when they won it and like just said stupid things and you're like, shut the fuck up, like just live in this moment for a second. What the hell?
What the hell's this guy doing?
Bryson DeChambeau.
Hey, buddy, can you put the sign down for us, please? Thank you.
It's amazing how fast time goes.
Yeah, no.
What do you mean?
How fast time rolls.
I know,
Days and minutes.
especially as you get older.
Think about it, dude. We got here at 7:30. It's already 9.
We've been recording for an hour and 11 minutes.
And it seems like we just started the conversation.
I don't feel like we've really talked about shit, but we've talked about a lot.
All right, so now we're going to talk about... No, I'm just kidding.
Psychopaths.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Psychopaths,
Dude,
man.
I'm so into true crime, bro. I love
You watched
true
First
crime.
48?
Yeah.
First 48 got me. It's one of those, like, I'm laying in bed and, like, Sierra first turned it on. I'm like, where the fuck are you watching this? And then I catch myself at fucking 3 o'clock in the morning going,
Like, I listen to true crime podcasts, too. Like, just the story. It's just
Well, like-
so interesting.
Honestly, like if you like, as I watch some of that stuff, I'm like, could I ever do that?
Yeah, no, most of the shit.
And I'm like, I can't fathom having some of those thoughts and just like.
it's crazy.
But I guess it's like one of those things.
Yes,
where
you
like,
can.
Once you do it once, like it's like that adrenaline thing.
Well, typically
you
it's-
want to do it again.
And it starts off small, like killing cats and like killing
So-
like shit like that, and then they upgrade to humans, and it's like, oh well, I mean, what are you gonna kill after that? I mean, you're just gonna keep killing people.
More
I guess.
humans.
Yeah.
dude, I think the weirdest, though, are, like, people that go to morgues.
Yeah, there's some.
Well, people that like work in morgues. Or
No,
like,
that, like, go. I could never. I could
There's
never
some
work a fucking
weirdo
morgue.
people.
oh hell no, dude! You know how creepy it'd be in there, and like
you
dead
know,
bo-
people pay people off to get, like, body parts off of the morgue.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Like, that's not just TV shows. That's where do you think those kidneys came from?
yeah, I mean,
Black
dude,
market.
and like dead bodies like make a bunch of noises and shit too, bro. Imagine you're just like closing up shop for the night. You just start hearing shit.
Dude, we do body transplants on like our planes. Like if like someone dies, like and they got to move the body back to wherever, and like we.
Okay, I was so confused for a second. I was like, "What the fuck is a body transplant?"
No, we're moving it. Like someone died, and you're moving them to like wherever they need to be. Like we restrict other people from being on board because the body's like, especially at altitude, like with all the pressurization, like the body like moves and shit. And makes
What?
It makes noises. It's like, yeah, it literally like twitches. Like an arm will just fly up in the air.
I'm socking that shit.
Or
if I'm
it'll
on
make
board,
like
bro.
Pilots
or,
are
like,
like,
gases
"We're
will
closing these
release and,
fucking
like-
doors."
Because families be like, no, like we need to travel with grandma, you know, like we have to be there with her, and we're like, you do not want to be on board with grandma because you're gonna think grandma's a zombie.
Bro, imagine the captain of the plane. You're just flying. You like turn around, the dead body just standing up like this, bro.
And just
Like,
making
what
like
the
a-
fuck? Yeah.
Fuck no, I'd be like, "My time to die."
Ejectocito, cuz. Fucking just send it out.
Ejectocito.
Dude, I thought I was gonna die this like 2 weeks ago. We took a couple because they offer like free flights like on the jets if it's like empty. So
Just
they're-
if you work there?
yeah. So if
I'd
you're
say, can you get me a PJ, bro?
you don't want a PJ. We'll get you a real
Oh,
jet.
okay.
But like if it's an empty, like say we got like an owner in like Chicago, and we got to go pick them up. Like the plane that we want is in Columbus and we got to send it to Chicago, I can jump on that plane to Chicago.
That's so sick.
Is that nice? Do you guys do that for like meetings and like if you have to go?
Only if like it's.
Do you guys have? Like
we can't schedule them. Like we can't plan that out. Like
do
it
you
just
guys
has
have like
to be
a company plane too?
No.
No.
Well, like
Maybe
our
like the
executives.
executives?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean,
we'll fly
your
around our
companies-
people.
All of the planes are your companies.
Correct.
Yeah, I meant
You know.
yeah.
But like we'll purposely, if they got to go meet with, in DC or with like FAA or like anyone super important, like they're flying on our plane.
Yeah.
Shit, give you a couple
That
years.
would
you'll
make
be
the
right
most
there.
sense. I mean, if you
Let's hope, buddy. Trying.
I mean, you're on the executive team now, right? Or kind of?
No.
Or you're just
Management.
below?
Dude,
Like
I'm
you report to the
two
executive
steps.
team?
I report directly to our COO.
Yeah. So I mean, right there. You have to wear a suit and shit to work every day.
No.
What's your dress code?
Business casual.
Okay.
just
so
jeans and a nice
I
shirt.
could wear jeans and a polo if I wanted to,
Oh,
but
okay,
like
okay.
typically I'm wearing jeans, like some type of jean, like whether they're gray or black or just normal jeans with like a
Fucking
long
golf
sleeve.
pants.
Yeah, like golf pants are perfect.
Perfect.
Okay.
Like a long sleeve button up usually, but I like roll up the sleeves and
Yeah.
like keep it still super casual. I don't know. I feel like I have to at like, I
Especially-
can't be walking around like just like a polo. Like
My
an
ass-
untucked polo and jeans.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
My
I don't know.
ass
I
is-
can't like. At first, I was like, all right, like I roll with that. Then I'm like, there is like a level of professionalism that you have to give.
Yeah.
Especially because we're doing a whole bunch of like interviews right now. We're hiring a fuck. If you guys want a job, like we can get you a job right
I'm
now.
good. I wear dirty jeans to work, so
We are hiring like crazy. So like when I'm like interviewing people, I want to look, professional.
Right.
There's a standard. You have to set like. We're corporate, yes, but we try not to be corporate, if that makes sense.
yeah.
So it's like, chill out. Like, you don't, like, hi, Mr. Rita. Like, dude, like, it was a great day today, or KPIs or this. I'm like, dude, shut
Call
up.
me Reno.
I'm like, dude, shut up. Like, what do you got? Shoot me straight.
What are you good at?
Yeah. Well, what's nice is, like, our interview process, like, it's like 3 stages. And by the time it gets to me, we call it the vibe check. That's all we do. So it's like me and the other director. And we're like all we do is just sit there and just make sure they're not like a psychopath.
Mm-hmm.
And we just sit there BS with them for like half hour. And we're just like, so what's up? Like what do you do? Like, no, we're not talking about your job. Well, we don't care. Like, we know what you've done in your past, your resume. You passed through all the managers. You're at this point. What do you like to do outside of work? Just tell us about what you.
Wait till one's like, I play sand volleyball. Are you any good?
Well, like the guy today is like, I'm in an indoor soccer league. I like to do like, all kinds of different
See, there you go.
cool
That's a
shit.
good- that
I'm like,
passes the
"Sweet,
vibe
man.
check."
Well, then we go make them sit with our people, and
Oh,
like,
shit.
I'll like walk around before like the interview starts. I'm like, hey, can you guys do a vibe check? Like here in a little bit vibe check, and then I literally just go sit them out. Like you go sit with them, sit with our team.
Well, it's good for them. They get
for
to
20
see
minutes.
a little bit of like
Yeah.
kind of what's going on, and they get to
Because like I don't want to hire the resume might be great. We can explain shit the best, but then if they come and actually see the job and they don't like what they fucking do, why?
Right.
Like I don't want to waste your time. Like you don't want to waste our time. So like go see. Like, do you like it or not? If you don't like it, dude,
the fuck
like
outta here.
like we'll move on, man. Like
Right.
no hard feelings. But like if this is for you, look, that's what we do.
Yeah. Yeah, my boss said something to me the other day. He's like, did you just put the same jeans on? I'm like, no, they're all fucking stained because of work. Like, they all just look dirty now. Because, like, we deal with, like, glue and stuff all the time. So if, like, I get some on my hand, I just wipe it on my pants. But then I'm in a trench and I rub up against dirt and it just, like,
Oh, that stays.
that glue doesn't come off. If you get I had glue on my hand on Monday and I just got it off yesterday. Like, finally got it
Damn.
all off. Because, like, it looked like every time I take a shower, I'm in there, like, fucking scrubbing the shit out of them, like, trying to get everything off. And I just had, like, black stuff all over my hands.
Do y'all have a sales team? I mean, you have to have
Yeah.
a sales team, but like, is it mostly like you think your company has to go like searching for people? Or a lot of people just come to y'all.
Depends, because it's like a
It's like a luxury thing, you know.
yeah, but it's like a membership too, though.
True. So you got to try
So
to find those.
it's
people.
kind of like Augusta, like the Masters. It's like a membership to get in,
Mm-hmm.
like prestige to get in, and like anyone could go on like our website and just call the 800 number.
Right.
And the second you call in and give us your information, we already got Zillow pulled up. We already looking at your net worth. Like, we already understand if you can afford us or not.
And then you have to build that value about, hey, this is a prestigious
Yeah,
thing.
and some people, it's like, oh, you make a couple $1 million a year? You can't afford us. And then it's like, oh, you're just sold your company for X amount of $1 billion. Hey, what's up?
Right.
Because, like, our largest competitor is not, like, the next private aviation company. Our competitor is the people who own their own jets.
Oh, okay.
That's who we go after. Like, we don't go for the 1%, like the 1% of the richest people. We go for the 1% of the 1%. We don't look for M's. We look for B's, billion. Like,
Yeah.
we want the $1 billion people.
Dude, we do
The
the same
multi-
shit
yeah.
though with like pools. If you call in and want a pool, you know, everybody, because a lot of people are like, oh, I don't have a budget, and then you like start talking, they're like, nah, it's probably a little bit pricey. And it's like, oh, so you do have a budget? All right, cool. They're like, but like my boss, like as soon as somebody calls, he's looking at their house. He's looking at like all this stuff is public information. Like you can get out there and find it.
Yeah.
So like he'll be on the phone with him on his computer looking up their stuff. And then he knows, like, do I really need to go in depth with this conversation, or do I need to just kind of half-ass it?
Give
because,
a quote and go away.
like, you're not going to be able to afford it.
Right.
Like, and you can usually tell, like, how much, like, because, you know, the first question is always, like, how much does it cost, like, roughly? It's like, we start at $60,000. You can tell by that reaction to that where people are at. Where some people are like, oh, that's not that bad. And it's like, all right, let's continue this conversation because it can go up to 300. But I don't like those.
You know, we start out at 60,000 for a kiddie pool, and then if you want to upgrade from that, you know, it's going to be some paper, all right?
We are putting in a tiny ass pool. It's fucking 9.5 feet by like 13 feet.
How much is that?
I have no idea. I mean, I know it.
You might as well buy a blow-up
Here's
pool
the thing,
throw it
though.
in
Like
backyard,
the
bro.
pools themselves cost different, but shipping them, no matter what kind of pool it is, cost the same.
That
Like
is
getting
weird.
them to our fucking shop, and like if we ship 2 of them at a time, still costs the same.
Oh, so you want, like, a lot of orders.
We try to, like, we don't have the space to keep a ton of pools in our yard. Like, we can get 4 to 5, but we usually have like 2 to 3. So we try to keep it at that, but we usually ship them one at a time. But if we have it lined up, like this year, like right now we have 3 in our yard. So we line it up to like where they'll stack them. And then, but it sucks because it's a pain in the ass to like unstack them out of it because, like, especially if it's the same pool, like it's the shell sitting inside of it, and as you're pulling it out, you're trying so hard not to like bump it against the sides and scratch the shit out of it. So, dude, those drivers though, they drive from Indiana with a 16-foot wide by 40-foot long pool, and it's like you just drove 4 hours probably with an oversized because they can't drive like a normal route. 4 hours with a freaking giant pool behind you, and it's like we drive 10 minutes and I'm fucking up there white knuckling into the escort. I don't even have the pool on, and I'm just like, when we hauled our last pool out, we're all on a call together. I'm the lead vehicle, my boss is behind me, and then the other guy follows behind him, and I'm fucking driving, and like they're talking and stuff, and like I'm just listening and I'm just driving, and like we're going over these hills. Like sometimes I have to go way up ahead through all these hills and stuff and like block traffic in case, like, just so, because like if somebody comes up over a hill, like because it's 16 foot wide, it's over the lane, so like I have to go up ahead, and like they're talking and they're like, Cole, are you there? And I'm like, yeah, I'm here. And they're like, and Steve's like, I feel like he gets more stressed out than I do, and I'm the one actually hauling the pool. And I'm like, I'm the one controlling everything, and like I don't know, like because Brent's in the back, and he's just like, I don't see what the problem is. I was like, yeah, you don't see everything
follow.
ahead. I see everything that's coming. Like that telephone pole's too close to the road. Be careful. Like all this stuff, and like and he's like, yeah, I'm just back here like, yep, look good for me.
No one behind us. Well, there's lots of people behind us, so they're not passing us.
Dude, it's so crazy. If you drive down 79, like we're driving down 79 and you're sticking over in the other lane, how many people like drive right beside you? Right beside the pool. And it's like, you're over in the other lane. Like just speed past or stay back.
Right.
Like one or the other. Like quit doing this in between stuff.
I hate driving next to semis.
Semis freak
Every
me
time
out.
I drive by a semi, I fucking floor it. I get around that shit. It's like,
I hate driving behind them too.
Or
When you
if
get that
you're in the
wind.
middle lane, you got one to your left and your right.
Oh
bro.
no!
I'll panic. I'll slam on the brakes. I'm like, fuck this.
Or when you get that wind that comes off of around them, and it kind
Oh,
of starts
hell
pushing
yeah.
you, and you're like, "Fuck."
God. Speaking of cars, I had a guy this morning like cut me off like so bad in this parking lot. I was pulling into a gas station, and like he did one where he like cut through the pumps. Like that's like an unwritten rule, like don't cut through the pumps that go into a parking spot.
Right.
And he did it, and he's like, "Oh, my!" Like I saw his hands go up, like, "Holy shit!" Then like we both got out at the same time, like younger guy. He's like, "Oh, dude, I'm so sorry. I'm like, bro, like, I got too much other shit to worry about than like you cut me off."
Probably
Like,
saw how big you were though. He's like, oh shit.
He's about to
dude.
kick my ass. He's in a big
He's getting out
truck.
of his car. Fuck, dude.
I was like, dude, like I was like, I got too much other shit on my mind to like even put any energy into try and be angry at somebody for cutting me off. Even though I do have bad road rage, but like,
I used to.
Traffic pisses me off, dude. I hate traffic.
See, I hate driving like Columbus and stuff. And, like I hate driving. I go to back way that takes me longer to get home from work. Which I mean, yeah, it's like 10 minutes versus like 15 minutes. But I hate going down 79 at like 4 or 5 o'clock because it's like there's so many people and none of them know how to fucking drive.
Hell yeah.
And it starts raining and everybody's like, "Oh my god, I can't fucking see the road." And it's like, turn your windshield wipers on. That's all you got to do. I don't know. I've never claimed to be like a great driver, but there's a lot of bad drivers out there.
knock on wood, I've only been in one accident, and it wasn't my fault either. I got rear-ended.
I've been in 2. One was in a parking lot though, so I don't know if that really counts.
Like a bump.
No, no. The whole right side of my car got totaled.
Yeah, well,
Damn.
in a
Damn.
parking lot.
Yeah, that was
That's
no
the
speed
thing.
limit,
I
huh?
was pulling out of a fucking parking lot at a college dorm, and as I'm pulling out, this dude in a Jeep like just started going and like didn't go slow, backed up, and his tire just went in. I couldn't open my passenger door. The whole right side of my car is redone. And I was like, well, you can't tell. So look, and I didn't have to pay a fucking thing for it.
Yeah.
That was nice. But I was like, because when it happened, I was just like, you've got to be fucking shitting me. And he's like, dude, I'm so sorry I didn't see you. And I'm like, you hit me square in the middle of my fucking car.
Yeah, like you didn't see it?
Did you look? Like,
Yeah, I used to have terrible road rage, like to the point where, like, pull the fuck over, like get the fuck, like we're going at it now. I had one guy, I'll never forget. I was driving down Broad Street, and it's 35 miles an hour, and there's somebody like maybe 2 car lengths in front of me, and like I don't like to ride people's asses. Like
I hate that.
like I at least try
I'm
to
bad
say
with
2-3
I'm
cars.
bad with it.
2-3 cars behind. Like, it's still not enough room for someone to like get in front of me,
Yeah.
but like good enough distance. And this fucker comes rearing up on me, like behind me. And so like already I'm starting to get heated. I'm like, why is this guy on my ass? And so he goes around me to try to pass me where there's barely any room to get in front of me. Slides in front of me. I had to slam on the brakes. So so going down Broad Street, 35 miles an hour, I got my like both my hands up on my steering wheel. I'm driving with my wrist and I'm just flipping them off the whole time. Just flipping them off the whole time.
Oh,
Pissed
shit.
off. We get to a red light and I'm like, yes. Like I wish a motherfucker would. And this dude gets out on the passenger side, and like some girl is driving, and like all I can see him is like pointing at me. I don't know what he's saying, yelling. So I'm like, unclick my seatbelt. I'm like, it's on. Like, it's on. I'm going to whoop this guy's ass.
All you have to do
Like-
is step
Like,
out.
literally in front of God. Like, dude, I'm going to whoop this guy's ass. I get out, and like, that's what happened. I stood up, and I was like, get the fuck back in your car. Like, I swear, like, your neck's coming off your body. Like screaming at this guy.
Was he a smaller dude?
Yeah, like, kind of a smaller dude, too.
That dude saw you get
And he
out,
just
boy.
looked at me. He's like, well, fuck you, dude. They got back in his car. I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
God.
Fuck you.
He's talking all that shit. Reno gets out. He's like, oh, okay. Gets back in his car, leaves.
Hey, is
God.
that Jesus?
Like, I don't like,
I thought you was like, whoa, who's behind me?
dude, I don't like getting angry. I swear, like, I will never try to start a fight ever. But, like, I swear to God, I will finish that motherfucker. Yeah, like I'm the nice bear, teddy bear type of dude, but dude, like you, if you push me to that limit, it makes me, I get so goddamn mad. Like, just stupid people drive me insane. Yeah. Stupid people.
My favorite thing to do when I'm driving, and I guess
and
it
even
is,
like giving people the benefit of the doubt. Like, I will give you the benefit of the doubt 10 times out of 10. You know what? You said something dumb, fine. I'll let it go. But if you continue to just be dumb and just like, your head deserves to come off of your body. Like
Mortal Kombat style.
And I love imposing my will. It's been too long since I've imposed my will on somebody. I would love to do it again.
My favorite thing to do, though, is when people are fucking riding my ass. I'm like, well, congratulations. I was going to speed limit. Now I'm going under it. So I got to slow the fuck down. And I'm like, yep, we're going slow now. Or like they'll be like up on me at a red light. And I'm like, we're just going to take off real slow from this one. Or I'll like get in a turn lane, but I'll like take forever to get in the turn lane. I'm like, you want to ride my ass? You're going to hate riding my ass now. And my other freaking thing that I do too is when I'm driving, and if like, there's a turn lane down at the end of whatever, like, so you're driving, there's 2 lane, and one lane turns into a turn lane.
Yeah.
People try to fly up past you, Nope, I will race you. You will go behind me. I will stay right beside you. And then, but like, I'm also bad about, I'll be driving and I'll freaking be riding beside them, but then I'll see them slow down, so I slow down. I'm like, why am I doing this? But I got to do it. It just feels like something I have to do.
I hate it when you're on the highway and it's like a lane ends in 1 mile.
And
it's like at that point you
like
should start getting over.
Especially.
You should start getting over.
That's why traffic backs up there. It's like, this, you can see the sign for a mile.
Yeah.
And then you pass the sign, and then it's like lane ends in half a mile, lane ends in a quarter a mile. And there's still not, like, there was multiple opportunities for you to get over.
Like, if your exit or your lane is ending is like in a mile, like, that's the time to get over.
That's what I love when I have the truck and trailer.
I just force your way in.
No, I just fucking start. You shake the wheel a little bit, and that trailer starts going like this. Everybody's like, what the fuck? So you just make everybody slow the fuck down. You're like, yep, all right.
Freak him out a little bit.
Yeah. I'm getting decent at driving a trailer. As driving it to work. Driving trailers is not an easy task.
I've tried to back. I cannot. Like, I have a truck, but I can't back a trailer in.
Driving it's because you have to turn opposite to go to the way that you want it.
Well, I figured out, because I tried to, and like my brain cannot comprehend, like, turn the wrong way to make it go the right way.
If you want to go right, turn left.
Yeah, my brain can't. I don't know. I can't process it. So like I figured out just turning, like how you're supposed to like back in, where you're supposed to turn around on your seat and like look behind you instead of using like rear view cameras.
Well, you're not supposed to. You're supposed to use your mirrors, apparently, but I'm the person at work. Even they give me shit at work because I always fucking turn and like look through the back window, look out the window, like I look over my shoulder.
I love the rear view cameras, bro.
Oh, I'm in that trance, like, for sure. I only look at the camera.
Yeah, nowadays I'm just like, oh, I'm good.
Yeah, I don't have that luxury. I have a beeper, but I don't have a camera.
Oh, damn, okay.
The beeper is nice too, but like, I feel like it starts beeping too fast.
Yeah.
It starts beeping too fast, too quick. So like, you think you're super close, and you're like, all right, I'll stop, and you get out, and you're like, I still had like 6 feet.
Hey, be careful with the wind, man. I was peeing, and it started blowing right back on me. It was crazy.
Dante pissed on himself outside.
Dude, I started going, and then the wind just gusted up, and it was like blowing right on me. I was like, oh, okay.
Well, it's kind of like a funnel down in there. Yeah, finally got all the patio furniture out. Hoping we'll need to get a recording out there as soon as it's nice enough.
Dude, we need a little Roughnecks cookout or something.
That's what we should do.
That'd be fun.
Get the Blackstone fired up. Get the
sir.
Smoker fired up.
Just do all. Bring you those cold tubs, dude.
I know.
I just can't get them out here.
I was trying to get it sponsored by, well, not sponsored, but I messaged a bunch of them and told them what I was doing, and like 4 of them messaged me back like multiple times, and then they just ghosted me.
Weird.
And it's like, why'd you show interest?
Yeah, like why message back then?
Yeah, I know. I need to get those because I need to start that. I just cold plunged the other day. Like I just filled it up with, I think it was Tuesday, whatever day I went to the gym super early, and I fucking filled it up with the hose at the shop because my boss has one at the shop. Filled it up, and like I was like, it's warm out, and it's just hose water. And I jumped in it and was like, oh, it's still cold as fuck. I sat in there for 3 minutes.
I didn't get the wind.
Didn't.
We're golden.
It was scary. I was like, damn, I'm about to walk back in here with pee all over my leg.
All right, your guys' turn. It's my turn to go pee.
Oh, there we go. Dang, you been talking about that freaking fucking bastard driving gets me fired up. I don't know. Ever since playing football, like that was my outlet to like things. And then now like there's no like I have no real reason to be like,
like angry
fired up anymore, because I'd get like fired up before a game or like in the middle of a play, like that like rage feeling you get. I haven't had that forever.
Yeah, because you can kind of take it out like when you're training, but like not really at the same time, because it's not like I feel like it has to be another person you're taking it out on. Like as bad as it sounds,
I know,
bro,
it definitely does. It definitely does.
I don't even know why it's like that either. It's just I don't know.
People ask like, "What do you miss the most about football?" And I'll be like, "Dude, the pain."
Yeah.
Like as crazy as that sounds, like the pain of just like taking a hit in the elbow or like getting kicked in the shin or just like getting your fingers in like a face mask of some sort. Like something about that like just would instantly give you an adrenaline rush.
Yep.
You'd be like, ah, like but like it's not a injury, it's just like a bump,
Right. Or like stingers, bro. Like you can't feel your arm. You're like, oh fuck, dude.
like those ones where you're gonna feel it after the game,
Yep.
but like it's not gonna stop you from playing.
Right.
Like I miss those.
I miss waking up the next day after a game. It hurt like a motherfucker, and every time you moved, you were just like, oh fuck, ow. But like I miss that feeling of like just feeling like you did something.
Yeah. Or I'll just walk into the training room the next day. They're like, "What hurts?" I'm like, "Everything."
All of it.
Everything hurts. Like, just get in the ice bath. Like, help me get in.
I'll know. My worst was, what was your worst game, like soreness after?
It's always like the close games.
Yes, that was mine.
It's always the close games where like every play matters.
My game was 7-3.
Oh, especially you being on defense. Like that's just a defensive.
It was a slugfest. Yeah, I remember it was Wabash, which they were always good, and we played them at home, and we ended up losing 7-3. But like it was just defensive battle the entire game. That next day, like I went to like sit up in bed when I woke up. I couldn't sit up. I literally rolled out of bed and was just like, I've never been this sore after a game my entire life.
Yeah, that would be the team.
Wabash.
Well. Yeah, they just run the football, bro.
Oh, they
was
do.
Playing strong safety, like an overhang linebacker, just
Yeah.
running to me every single time. Running back's like 230.
They'll bring in the like
bang.
they'll do the package with the extra tackle. Like they run the shit out of the football. They never really. They had a decent quarterback, but
They didn't really have to have one.
he
though.
could run. He wasn't a passing
They
threat.
had, dude,
really.
their O line was so much big, like so big, and it's an all boys
Witt
school
was always
too.
big too.
Yeah, but Wittenberg gets a lot of talent, like D1 talent that doesn't make it in their D1 situation.
Failed out.
Yeah.
Or gets a rape case.
Was that what that dude? Yeah.
I don't know what it. I don't want to call him out on record, but I'll
Nah,
cut
you can.
this out.
Yeah, I was about to say. cut it out.
That
Yeah,
receiver,
the Kentucky kid.
he went to Kentucky, and apparently, like one of my the other safeties, my 1 year, he was like, I did a bunch of research on it. He had like a potential like rape case, and he kind of got kicked out of campus.
Dude, every year that we played him, his knees were so fucking ashy, bro.
Yes,
I
all the
never
time.
put lotion on him.
All the
ever,
time.
bro. It's like
He was good.
you thought it was a part of the fucking uniform, bro. You'd see their white pants and then just white knees, bro. It's like straight like baby powder on them, bro. That's what it looked like.
My
Like a
dumbass, though.
Halloween costume.
My dumbass, like he dropped a pass, and I was like, "Hey, Thaddeus, you fucking suck. You know, no means no, right?" And I'm like, "Wait, that was stupid, but that was kind of good, but that was stupid." He just looked
no
at me, and I'm
means
like,
no.
"Yes," because he had. That's when I found out about the rape
Damn.
thing. So I was
Oh
like,
man.
Next play, Cole gets beat, 80-yard go route.
I was playing corner too. That's the problem. I shouldn't. But
You can talk shit from out there.
well, he's a receiver.
Oh, he's a running
But-
back.
Tuesday.
Special teams,
Yep.
special players. You know that? Have you seen all that stuff?
Sketch.
No.
What is it?
What's up, brother?
You haven't seen it, so you know
Uh-uh.
Sketch. Like you know who Sketch is if you saw him. He's like this social media gaming
Streamer.
guy. He's a streamer, and like he has this thing where he's like, "What's up, brother?" and like just does.
Sorry
this.
for cussing.
Like he always like sticks his finger up, and like now it's just big thing going around. Like teams are like the UFL like went up to their players and they're like, "What's up, brother?" and like half of them are like, "Special teams." Special plays, special play, or what is it?
Some shit like that.
Something like that, and like we'll do the "What's up, brother" back to him. But yeah, it's just something
He's
stupid.
funny. He just always looks at the camera. He's like, he has these like big ass glasses. He's like,
He kind of
he
looks.
plays Madden too, so
He
he'll be
kind of
there.
looks like he's got like some special needs in him.
Yeah, a little bit, but like I think it's a character
A little tism.
because
so.
he was he accidentally like exposed his real name, and he has like high school football highlights. He was in a fraternity in college, like without the glasses and all that shit. I think it might just be a character for him, which it works. Like, I mean, that's a great way to separate.
Dude,
like,
he was at Barstool and
streaming
stuff.
from like your real life.
Yeah.
You know, like, hey, this is my character on stream.
your
but-
alter ego.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But
Wait.
my favorite thing is when like, cause he plays Madden and he'll be doing the fucking audibles. He'll be like, Tuesday. And like making the audibles like while he's like playing. He's actually really good at Madden though. He'd whoop my ass. I'm so bad at Madden.
You know who's insanely good at NCAA?
Who?
Our defensive coordinator. Like scouted the computer of NCAA and knew every single play that the computer was going to run.
What the hell?
Jesus, only a defensive
And
coordinator.
he was their defensive coordinator.
I bet
Can't-
Coach Warrington did that shit too, bro.
Dude, I guarantee Coach D did that same shit. My college coach.
Like, how do you do that?
That's insane, bro.
That's
Well, it's
that's
pretty
ridiculous.
consistent. It's got to be fairly consistent, and you
And
got to
he
think
was-
they
and he
went
was
to it. They had
really
to have,
good. He
They
was
had
a
to have
really
gone
good
to a
defensive
defensive
coordinator.
coordinator to freaking defense. I feel like defensive coordinators are such underrated coaches.
Man, I would hate to be defense coordinator.
It'd be interesting.
Yeah,
for
give me a
sure.
position. Don't give me the whole defense.
Every play you have to adjust to what comes out there.
Yeah, and if you don't,
Every play.
getting burnt.
Dude, and I know like there'd be times like in college, like we'd call a play and they'd come out in like a certain formation, and our coach is like on the sideline, like, no, change it. Like, and you're just like, how the fuck did you even know? Like, there's something completely different about to happen. But I love like our defensive coordinator in college. What I loved about him is like we'd come off to the sideline and he'd be like, "That's my bad. That I gave you the wrong play." And it's like, all right,
Fair.
fair enough. Like you guys did what you were supposed to do. I gave you the wrong play.
It's better than them coaches that they give you the wrong play and you get to the side like, what the hell are we doing here? Like,
Do your job, and it's like I did do my job. It didn't work.
you just had a linebacker lined up against a 4-3 slot receiver. What do you expect, bro? He's playing 5-yard man. What do you want him to do, coach? Like, that's the shit I used to want to say. I'm like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Look at him. Look at me. Go ahead.
like logically thinking, like, what did you really want me to do there? Come on now.
Speaking of like sketch and alter ego, though, like what would your alter ego be if you had one?
My alter ego.
Like, in a sense of personality traits,
Yeah, I guess.
I think I would just like not give a fuck about what I said, or just like say things without caring about consequences.
Yeah.
Just like, because I feel like in any type of conversation you have all the time, it's at least for me, I don't know if it's like social anxiety. I'm always thinking about how is this person gonna perceive what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, even if I don't mean it one way, you could take it one way, but then like alter ego wise, I just say shit and like not give a fuck what people think about it.
I feel like I'd be like my alter ego, which is kind of surprising, would be like high class, like business style lifestyle,
Okay, like suit and tie.
suit and tie type shit.
Okay.
I've always wanted to get into it, but I'm like, nah, I can't do it. Fuck that.
Like Kentucky Derby horse racing,
Yeah.
box suite.
Yeah, like that kind of shit.
Okay, I could see that.
I don't know. It'd be weird for me though. I'd be like,
I could see you in like a bolo tie.
I get mustard on it. I'm like, fuck it, whatever.
You like clean shaven and
Yeah.
just like prepped up.
See, I've been trying to keep the beard. I need to get. I'm shaving tomorrow, but I'm trying to keep the beard cleaned up, and I'm going back to the haircuts like every 2-3 weeks just to keep it clean cut.
I feel like I could second
Something
that
about
though. Like suit and tie. Like I could say I want to be an executive someday, or like.
See, if I was an executive,
there's something
though,
about like walking in somewhere knowing that like I kind of run this a little bit.
Yeah.
like, have you guys seen Peaky Blinders?
Oh yeah.
That shit right there. Like
Yeah.
they're always cleanly dressed, and it's like
It's a respect, dude.
like,
It's
you see them, and
somebody.
you're just like, you're a badass.
Well, yeah, dude. I like our sales kickoff this year. Like our I think he's our COO. He like jumped on stage in this like pinstripe suit, and I was like,
swag.
it's probably my salary right there. But damn, that shit is fire,
Yeah.
bro. Like it'd be so sick just walking. Like I wouldn't say it would be sick to wear a suit every day, but like dress, like look good, feel good. Like if I woke up and put on like a pristine suit every day, I know I would be unstoppable.
When I wear my nice jeans, I'm like, fuck yeah, man.
Hey, no stains. Shit,
Yeah.
we're
Dude,
here.
something feels good about like being a little materialistic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
Like
sure.
it
A
does.
nice watch with it.
Yeah, that's what I need to get my watch game up.
Man, I want to get into watches so bad.
Just like the
it's
smart
expensive,
watches make
but
you feel
bad.
better.
It's a good investment, dude, because like Rolex kind of controls. If you do get a Rolex, they control the market in a sense where those watches are never going to lose value.
What's like the cheapest
you
Rolex?
gain value
Mhm.
after you take it new,
Mm-hmm.
if that makes sense. So
Yeah.
buying a used watch is more expensive than
Yeah.
buying a new watch.
It's almost
Yeah.
like buying one of like 10 cars or something. Like
Yeah.
they actually gain value
Yeah.
throughout their lifespan.
Mm-hmm.
We had some crazy owner of ours donate all these clocks, and like no one really knew, like just clocks, just normal like clocks.
Like around the office.
Yeah, it would just be around the office, and someone explained like, yeah, those are like $7,000 clocks. I'm like, what the fuck, $7,000 clocks?
To tell me the
Holy shit.
time.
Yeah, right.
Like
That's it.
regular clocks,
Dude, I'd
too?
rather-
Just
I'd
normal.
Not these
Yeah, no,
digital
not
ones.
not digital.
I'll use a fucking sundial before I pay $7 for a clock.
That's
dude.
where it always kind of drives me nuts. Like, what are
But
they?
it is like something about like the gears and like the
fair.
the
some-
grandfather clocks or whatever. What are they called? Godfather,
It just
grandfather.
ticks money. Ching,
Yeah,
ching,
like
ching,
something
ching.
like well, I'm wearing a Fitbit, like, but like something about having gears and just a nice, just
Yeah.
looking watch, man. Like that's gonna be my next tattoo.
A watch.
It's gonna be like a watch, but every
Is it going to
hand.
be like the handheld watch, or is it going to be like an actual watch?
No, it's gonna have like the hands on it,
Okay.
but it's gonna have 6 hands to it, and each hand is gonna tell the time of like each of my kids' birthday.
That's
That's
fire.
But then
cool
it's
as
gonna
shit.
have like the actual. It's gonna look like the inside of a watch. So with the gears and the time, like around each time, like I gotta
That's
like mapped
sick.
out. It's
Yeah.
gonna be dope.
I want
I
a
can't
sleeve
wait.
so bad.
That's what I'm coming down to the elbow.
I want to.
I already have mine down to like here, and then I have stuff right here. I just need to get this, and then the rest of.
See, that's what I want to. That's what I want to start with
Yeah.
is just down to the elbow, because I have the one on. Yep. I have the one on the inside of my arm, and then I have one on my shoulder, and I want to like bring everything together, and I have a bunch of ideas, and then maybe eventually go all the way down to the wrist. But it kind of depends on where I go. Like I'm waiting on the career path kind of thing before I do the whole down to the wrist thing.
I mean, dude, tattoos aren't really that big of a
I
deal
know,
anymore.
but I don't know. And I don't know exactly what I want. That's my problem.
Yeah, that's
Mm.
the big thing for sure.
Like I actually did sit down here one night and was like just looking up like tattoos, because I was like, oh, this would be kind of cool, and I'd like look something up, and I'm like, oh, I like that, save that, and like I started like making a list of like if I did a sleeve, like maybe some things that I'd like to incorporate. I'm gonna get the bowl in there,
I want a leg sleeve too.
and just like subtly.
Leg sleeves are sick.
I don't know. I'm not a big leg guy. So we talked about this today at work. I'm not a big like single leg tattoo guy.
Fair.
Leg sleeves I can get with, because like I feel like leg sleeves, but like the people that just have like a single tattoo on the back of their calf, I'm like, it just doesn't look right, because like your calf isn't it just. What the fuck did I just that motherfucker hopped on his back, like he stood up and then hopped on his legs and then was like, meh. This fucker's crackhead. But yeah, I don't know. Leg sleeves I can get with, but the like a single leg tat I'm not as much of a fan of. Like
Except if you're like 3 bills, like
Yeah.
I don't know about that. Like no offense, but like
I mean, if a dolphin turns into a whale on you, then it's a little,
Does that need cut? Does that need cut? I'm leaving that because that is fucking hilarious.
If a dolphin turns into a whale. Great personality, though.
Yeah, hey, it's all about the personality.
That's great. But, you know,
Couldn't be me. That's all I gotta say.
hey, let's be realists here.
Well, have you seen the whole thing with like people talking about like it's it's not bad or it's bad to body shame women or whatever, but they look up to Lizzo for being empowering and everything, but if you say you look like Lizzo, it's a fucking insult. It's like, well, you got a point there.
What's the
men get body shamed all the time too? Though.
Yeah.
Like I see
But I don't care
many,
if you're a male or a chick. If I look at you and you're fucking fat as shit, I'm like, you're fat as shit. Like,
yeah, I see a bunch of shit on Twitter. Why can't all men look like this? And it's like some dude fucking obviously roided out of his mind, like absolutely like shredded. I'm like, I mean, I could, like, I'm probably my balls are gonna shrink or something, Like I could look that way if I really wanted to, I guess.
like
but
the way that all three of us look, like we all kind of somewhat have the similar body types, but a little bit different, is normal. Like it's not anything below average, above average.
Right.
Like it is normal.
I'm just trying to
and
be
it's not
like
bad.
healthy and look decent.
Yeah.
You
Like
know
I
what
want
mean?
to have some muscle definition, but I don't need to be fucking ripped out of my mind.
I'm more into like longevity at this point. Like
Yeah.
I just I want
Like
my
movement.
joints and my everything to just feel good, be able to move good.
That's that
like
college athlete coming out in you because the joints and stuff and everything are like fucking starting to fall apart.
It's fucking trauma. That's what it is.
every time I
I don't want to go back.
every time I like squat down, my knees are like
Oh, I do it all
So
the time
bad,
at work
bro.
where I'll like I can just feel like my knees need to
to
pop.
pop. Yeah.
So like I'll just like do a quick squat down and they're like, and
Yeah.
like everybody's like, what the fuck? And I'm like,
ridiculous, bro.
I feel better now.
Dude, my knee is so fucked up right now.
Volleyball hurt it.
No, well, I tore my meniscus probably 6, maybe even longer than that. Like 6 to 8 months ago, give or take.
How?
Squatting,
Oh shit. Okay.
ego lifting.
Oh, you were just like, I'm hitting 455.
No, like I had like 225. Like I don't even know if it was that much. And I went down and like I felt just like a pull on the entire side of my leg, like almost down my shin in a way. And I stood up. I'm like, what the fuck was that about? And I'm like, I'm fine. And so I went down to go do another one, and it just like I felt the crunch and the popping.
Ooh.
And I stood up. I'm like, God damn it! Like I should not have done that. If I wouldn't have
Right.
done that extra
But that's
lift,
the college athlete coming out because it's like
gotta
I'm
do
fine. I'm fine.
yeah,
I'm
it's
good.
And it's been ever since that. It's been
Can you squat normally? No.
no. I was trying to. Because, like, I had to cut squats completely out. I could hardly do a body weight squat without my knee hurting.
Holy
But you could
shit.
leg press, couldn't you? Didn't know what
But
you
then, leg press is now giving me issues.
said? Oh
Damn.
shit.
And so now,
You probably can't even do like what are those?
Leg
hyper-
extensions?
Yeah, leg extensions because that's
See-
so much leg or knee tension, isn't it?
and that's what doesn't make any sense. Because usually with, like, meniscus or any type of knee, you don't want to do some type of, like, movement where your foot's not planted on the ground. So, like, a leg extension is never good for the knee because it sort of opens up the joint more. So, like, imagine you're sitting on a leg extension machine, and then your knee naturally will separate on the bottom as you go up.
Yeah, Sierra, since she's had 3 ACLs, they told her
Yeah,
you're
the
not allowed to do any of those
Open
anymore.
chain, closed chain,
None of
like
those anymore.
Yeah, you can't
Yeah.
do a lot of those, but that doesn't bother me.
That
Those are
is weird.
fine.
That's
Anything lateral, I'm fine. I can play volleyball, I can jump, I can sprint, I can do all that kind of shit. No issues. It doesn't make any sense. But when I just go to squat, it flares up.
That's weird.
I like, and being in the like fitness where like I know the knee, and I'm like I know it's meniscus, but it should hurt when I
It's also
do
not
this,
giving
and
me
it's
all the
not
signs.
hurting. That's where I'm like, I don't want to go get it scoped. I don't want to go get it looked at yet until
Everything
until
starts-
it's really bad, like
Yeah.
unbearable. Like I can go run, I can go do whatever. Like until like that starts to hurt, then I might go look at it. If I gotta cut out squatting, I mean, I don't
I was
necessarily.
about to say.
I mean, I don't
I
necessarily
love
hate that.
squatting.
And it's not like an excuse,
fucking
but like,
love it.
dude, that shit hurt. Like, it fucking hurts. I don't know what's up with it.
I hate squats. I mean, I don't mind like.
You know,
leg-
I've always loved them.
I know. I've always hated them. They used to fucking make me do shit.
I used to love squats.
Dude, I was never a
Deadlift,
big.
man.
Yeah.
I was a big deadlifter.
Just something about heavyweight.
Yeah.
Deadlift wasn't bad, but I feel like I always just like. I'm just so lanky, dude. Just like,
Yeah.
Well, you're pretty lanky too, though. Did you sumo or you did conventional?
No, conventional.
Yeah, you're crazy, bro. I
Yeah,
feel
fuck
like
that. When we
I
learned
was
about
like a-
sumo, we
it's
switched
like a
to sumo and
hunchback
never
with
did that shit
conventional,
again.
bro.
Well, the taller you are, actually, the easier it is for you to deadlift
Really?
because of the like your hinge range, and it's hard to. So the angle that you're at versus someone who's shorter is more of an advantage.
Okay.
So imagine like, say you're trying to like jack up a car, right? So if you try to do it like real close to where, it's gonna be really hard to like get the car to lift. But if you're further away from it, it's easier.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Same thing with like
Ah.
lifting a weight, sort of the angles and like the movement of just how far away you are from a certain point
Okay.
makes
makes
it easier.
sense.
That's why like that giant, the mountain dude deadlifting all that weight, he's like 6'10".
Yeah.
He's like, so he can lift that because just of his angle.
Damn.
And then once you get, it's almost like your momentum. I feel like once you get past a certain point, like your hips and like everything in your knees, like they all just start to force themselves and like lock out.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that makes sense.
I learned about that in one of my classes. That's one thing I actually learned.
Hey, you learned something in college. Look at it.
Because I was intrigued. I was like, wait a second, I'm 6'6". Like,
Yeah.
you mean I got an advantage? I'm like, which makes sense why like I was good at deadlift.
See,
But also why I sucked at, incline bench, because like I had to go down so far. My arms were so damn long.
yeah, that was another thing with him. I didn't have as much of a problem. Now it makes sense to me, like why power lifters and stuff, they all start to go a little wider. Which,
Well, there's a technique to that and why they do that.
why?
Because so when you go to bench press, right, you don't want your hands too far in. You don't want them too wide.
When
You
you
want
get too
them-
wide, it's too hard.
because it puts way too much strain
Yeah.
on your shoulders.
Yeah.
But if your arms are in line with your elbows, you now have the stability of the actual bone structure. So if your arms are in line with your elbows, your bone structures are in a straight line. Versus if your hands are in, now they're at a weaker angle versus being.
That's why they
like,
say
locked
like you
in,
always
like
wanna
90
be, like-
degrees.
you don't want to be like 90 out here. You want to be a little like here, so it's all in line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
And
that
just
makes
the
sense.
natural path of like your muscle striations, especially like in the shoulder when you're bench pressing. If you're too wide, as soon as you start, before you even start bench pressing, you're already like stretching that muscle. Versus if you like bring your elbows in a little bit and tuck them closer to your rib cage, that's the natural way that your muscle fibers will go.
Okay.
That's a natural position. It's similar to like baseball, softball. Like
That
when
makes
you
sense.
pitch, like an overhand pitch is an unnatural movement to the shoulder, but an underhand pitch is a natural movement to the shoulder. Hence why softball players can pitch multiple games in a row and like multiple times a week versus like a
And they don't
baseball
have as
player.
many injuries
They don't
as
have many.
baseball.
As a baseball player, that's an unnatural motion. Hence why they need more rest time. Hence why there's more injuries in baseball. It's kind of like this. It's similar.
Huh. I'm gonna tell Shelby that.
It is. Well,
I
that's
mean-
why like if you have a stud softball pitcher at any level, you are set because they can pitch like every other day.
Well, that's what made Shelby so good too. She was a stud pitcher, but she was also a hitter, which is not very
Dual
common.
threat.
So she would be able to, like, she would hit bombs too. Like, so, like, that was one of the things that made her really, like, and yeah, so, I don't know. It's, yeah, fucking world. That makes sense though, because I used to bench like a thumb's length off, like the smooth and then the rough. I used to do a thumb's length off. And then I started going, like you do that, it's got the rough and then like that little ring of smooth. I started putting I'd line up certain fingers on that and all of a sudden I felt like it just felt more comfortable, and like I was able to bench more, and that kind of makes sense because I was probably lining everything up and actually getting in a position to,
Same thing with like any overhead press. Like you don't want to be too close, you don't want to be too wide. You want it where it's 90 degrees, where the weight coming down is in direct.
So you don't want to be like this and like push pressing it.
Well, it's a matter of like the angle that your elbows are at.
Yeah, it's like you don't want to be out here, but you also don't want to be in here, so it's like halfway in between.
So is Arnold press bad for you?
No, that's like if you're in here, it's fine because you got to think if you're at the bottom of an Arnold press, you're resting
your
really.
elbow, and your elbows are beside you.
And then when you go out, you want your elbow like the weight and your arm should be in line.
Because
So if the weight
makes
comes
sense.
in this way, like it's going to be harder for you versus if the weight is even with the bone.
Well, you got to think
Now you have
as
the
you
bone
rotate
structure
on an
support.
Arnold press, you're automatically starting to go out.
Yeah,
So as you're rotating, you're pushing.
you're going to be here.
I heard a thing though that Arnold didn't even do Arnold press.
I don't know.
Uh,
His one of his big things was the Dumbo pullovers.
Yes. Yeah,
Those
he
are
loved
awesome.
those. Those and there was something else. He loved curls.
Just straight up.
Did you ever hear
barbell
what he
curls.
compared the pump to?
Yeah, it feels like coming.
It's like coming inside of a woman.
I love my pump.
That dude's nuts. But all right, boys. It's been 2 hours.
Damn.
Wrap this shit up.
Let's do it.
Potentially the final hold my beer. I don't know. We'll see. Potentially the final.
Think of a
We got to think of a good replacement,
name.
but we'll figure it out. We'll still drink.
Can't take that away from me.
Oh, fuck. Listen, I've cut my drinking back, all right? Doesn't mean I have to cut it off. But another Hold My Beer number 16, I believe, in the books. Any last words before we cut this off? Talked about a lot. Road rage.
Yeah, get off my ass.
Well, shit, yeah, no. Another successful episode. Might be the last one, but if it is the last one, it's been a ride. Appreciate everyone for tuning in to our drunken conversations. Well, I wouldn't say drunken, maybe buzzed conversations.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll be
Another
back
day.
with more content in a different channel or delivery fashion.
Might have the YouTube coming soon. I'm really getting to work to this stuff, so.
That's what we like to
I
hear.
have the YouTube coming. He didn't. And with that, you guys know the deal. Until next week, life is hard and it's going to knock you down just like a bull does to a bull rider. Don't let that bull of life walk all over you. Get up, grab the bull by the horns, and take control of your life. Roughnecks, out.